Good afternoon. It is 3:01. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs Studios. Former Titans running back Chris Johnson announced he is battling ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, in a sit-down interview with Michael Strahan on Good Morning America this morning. The 40-year-old was diagnosed with the detrimental disease back in 2025. NFL news today, the Tampa court denied the government's request to hold Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold without bond. Pending trial, the court set a $1 million bond and then refused to impose an ankle bracelet as a condition of bond, clearing his way to participate in Lions training camp. In World Cup news today, Canada became the first team to advance in the knockout round with a 1-0 win over South Africa yesterday. Brazil stuns Japan late today for a 2-1 win to stay alive. Germany versus Paraguay kicks off at 3:30, while Netherlands versus Morocco is tonight at 8. For our foundation repair, whatever needs you need to visit USSTN.com. Bring news at once in your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Welcome into 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. What's happening, good people? Starting your week off the correct way. We're wrapping it up for you. We appreciate you handling and joining us. Made it in from the weekend. We represent today. Yours out on assignment. Babsy's in the building.
I'm in the building.
That's right.
But most importantly, we are graced with the presence
Not graced.
of somebody who is celebrating a birthday today.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
I'm in the building. Thank you, Babsy. Thank you, Babsy.
You're not supposed to work on your birthday, Slay.
Yeah, so this is my dilemma. What up, Zeph? Zeph back up behind the glass holding us
Hey,
down.
Zephy,
What up,
Zeph.
Zeph?
Happy birthday, dog.
Appreciate it, little dog. Man, so this is my thing, Babsy, with birthdays. So I've reached a point in my life, and I feel like I can say this because I've gotten a year older. And the age that I reached is 45. So
45.
yeah. Well, thank you. Gracias.
Like, dude,
Gracias. Thank you, Stephen A.
I don't care.
All right, thank you, Buck Rising. By the way, Buck Rising.
But hey, 45. 5. Like, that's on, like, the other end of your 40s, dude.
Yeah. You right there. A guy, one of the good friends of mine today, Mark, called me and said, man, a guy told him when he got to 45, you're closer to the other end of 50 than you are to 40. So I said, you know what? Yeah, I am, and I feel great. So,
Okay.
but let me tell you about the celebrations and things of that nature, where I stand with this. And this started probably when I hit 40. I said 40, I'm going to have a big shindig. We went to Vegas.
Yep.
That's when y'all didn't know if I was making it back.
Nope.
You know what I mean? It was a lot going on.
I don't think you had a return flight for about a week.
Yeah, I didn't. So I said milestones like that. So the next celebration I have is 50.
Okay.
And I'm going to do something. I don't know what I'm
That's
going to
your
do yet.
next big milestone.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But outside of that, like, I'm just happy to be healthy, especially on the heels of CJ2K, what he talked about today and revealed to the people. We'll get into that here shortly. But me, so what I don't like to do, Babsy, is birthday dinners or birthday lunches or anything like that. Because
No?
and let me tell you why.
Okay.
I've reached a point where I've been fortunate enough and blessed to be able to work how I work and pay for what I want to pay for. So when I want to go eat somewhere nice, I'm going to eat somewhere where it's nice. You know what I mean? If I want McDonald's, I want to be able to go get McDonald's. Today for lunch, I had Halls. So shout out to Halls. It was pretty good. I ain't never had their lunch there.
Yeah, I've only been for
Oh,
dinner.
the steak burger? Lord have mercy. Hey, man, that's giving any burger in the country a run for their money. So that was phenomenal. But I'm just saying, like, I like stuff like that. But the thing is, I get to do stuff all through the year, man. I've been able to work a job where I get to travel all the time. My life is sports. What thrills me is going to sporting events, whether it be games, been
And of
fortunate
course,
to go to.
there's barely crap going on during your birthday.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? This is cool. I want to relax. So we'll probably go bowling tonight or something. You know what I mean? Just something small, something cool where I can laugh a whole lot, get fried. You know what I mean? And then
right.
get up and come the next day. So I said, you know what? I'm coming in and being with the people. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I wish they turned the air up in here a little bit because it's so blistering hot outside.
It is miserable outside. If you are somebody that has to work outside, we're thinking of you.
Oh, my gosh.
Thinking of you right now.
And we said this, Babs, and we told Yoral, stop talking about it. How great it feels outside. Summer's never coming. And then he's off.
And look
on the
what
side,
we got.
man, look, now,
And he's like at some body
see what
of
I'm saying?
water somewhere,
I'm saying?
probably.
And now we dealing with
Yeah.
the heat that we've not seen none this year. And probably this stretch of the next 7 to 8 days,
It's all his fault.
it's going to be bad.
God, Mayor.
It's going to be bad. We're hovering above temperature-wise, mid-90s and up.
Oof.
That's not even a heat index.
Oof.
That's just the temperature. So it's probably going to feel, what's up,
Way
106,
worse.
107, something silly.
Hot.
Yeah, that's
Something silly.
a good word for it. So it started now. We are just about to go into July. And then
I mean, we have
hopefully
had
cools down
it
a little
easy.
bit, man. But we had
so
it real
far.
easy.
Yep.
We had it real easy. I'd say we had it easy for the last 2 years, honestly. Like, it wasn't so bad. We had some hot days, but this right here, I wasn't ready for this.
It's here.
Yeah, it's here and it's live and direct. And we're here live and direct. So make sure you jump in and join us Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Right there in the zone chat, man. Plenty of love. I appreciate the love, man. I couldn't respond to everybody. Appreciate everybody, the calls, the texts. Man, I'm telling y'all, people say, man, why do you always, you know what I mean, having fun? And because every single day is a birthday. You know what I mean? You
That's
get to
right.
get up, you know what I mean, to roll. And happy birthday to our guy, man, our other peer, Stoney Keeley.
That's right. Stoney's
big
birthday, too.
birthday. Mhm.
I did not realize that you guys have the same birthday.
We've talked about it a couple of times, not on air or anything, but you know what I mean? So me and Stoney might mess around and put something together one day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just a small little gathering one of these years before I
I
get
think
to 50.
we should do that.
It'll be a good time. It'll be a good time, Babsy. How was the beach, Babsy?
Oh, it was awesome. Didn't want to come back, even though I love you all and I missed you. Definitely didn't want to come back. So
What's the worst, Babsy? Waking
back?
up, just anything compared to it, huh? Just coming back.
Yeah. Well, okay, this is the worst. So last day was yesterday. And just so everybody knows, this is my beach trip I go on with my college
Yeah.
girls. It's my Auburn girls. There's 4 of us. And actually, 3 of us are also high school friends.
There you go.
And Auburn friends. So
Good girls. Trip.
great girls trip. This is so I was like joking. I was like, oh, I'm gonna put on Instagram, hey, 20 years and not much has changed. And they all just like were silent and looked at me and I'm like, what? They're like, we wish it was only 20 years.
Yeah.
Do the math, Davenport.
way
Do
more
the
than-
math. And I was like, oh, hell. Okay. We're not going to put that. But
You left a couple years out purposely.
yeah. So I think we missed like COVID and the year after COVID or something.
Yeah.
So we missed a couple years here and there. But otherwise, we have gone on a beach trip with us for every single year since, for 3 of us, high school. And so last day, this is the worst, right?
Yeah.
Last day, I always book the last flight out so I can do beach day during
Right.
the day, or I do like the first flight out Monday morning, you know. So this time I did the last flight out, get to the airport, 7:15 flight. That mug is delayed for 3.5 hours.
get that
I'm like,
early.
I could have stayed on the beach. I could have gone to dinner with the girls that stayed.
worst.
I could have done. Instead, I'm sitting in this dang airport where everything closes
Yeah.
at like 6:45.
Yeah, it's just you waiting on planes.
Yeah, it's only us people. Nobody was open. There was one bar open, but by that point, I was like, I have drank so much
Yeah, I'm gonna
over the
stop.
last 2 or 3 days. Like, I am espresso martini'd out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you
So
something.
that's
Babsy.
the worst. Like,
So when you go to, and the people at home, when you go on vacation, I need to know this because this was a conversation. When you go on vacation, especially to beaches, are you going for relaxation? Or are you going for these excursions and stuff? Because me, I'm going for relax. Like, I don't have to do nothing. Walk to the beach, back to my room. I don't need to do nothing.
bar
Like,
with a bar trip,
yeah,
or you want to? waiter,
I don't care any. That's all I'm getting. That's all. Like the going with, shout out to Zephyr, who just came out for a trip.
Yeah.
Swimming with nurse sharks and stuff, I'm cool. I don't need to do that. I don't need no excursions. I'm fine.
We did swim with a manatee.
Did you?
Because not on purpose. So we're like
unwanted visitor.
Yeah, we're floating in the water, drinks in hand, right? That's basically what we do. Like you can tell the front part of me is really tan, the back is really white because normally we just sit in a beach chair all day like beached whales. Anyway, so we're out there and just floating, and then one of our friends is terrified of sharks, and she's like, "Y'all, there's something dark right there. There's something dark." And I look over and I'm like, it's not a shark. There's nothing sticking out of the water or whatever. It was a manatee who swam right up to us and was just like, "Hey, what's up, girls?" Yeah. And then there were like four more. The other ones didn't come close.
That's what I was saying. Ain't they kind of big?
It was massive.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's just a big blob, though.
Yeah,
It came out, and I was like,
yeah, that's them.
Yeah, I was like, well, I'm not going to move because I don't want to like startle it or whatever. And so it rubbed up on our legs.
Ugh. I don't even know, do they got teeth? They're like old grandpas.
I mean, they're just like blobs.
Or the manatees.
They're just like happy little blobs.
Yeah.
Apparently they like contact with people.
Yeah, I guess.
Isn't that crazy?
Touch the skin, I guess, huh? I don't know.
So back to your point, I feel like it depends on where you go. Like this trip, we go, one of our husband's parents has this condo. So we've gone to it forever, right? And like, we know exactly, we have our routine.
Got your
it's
routine.
like sit at the beach all day, and then we shower and get dressed nice and go have a good dinner. We go to the same restaurants, right? Like, it's great. But like, if you go to a different country or something, don't you want to go really experience it?
I'm going to be real, Babs. See, this is where
that's a trip and not a vacation.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And then this is where my part of being fortunate to be able to play in different countries. I'm like, I've done it.
That's true.
Cool on it.
You're
like,
kind of different. You've been to like 80 countries.
Like, I've gotten to see and do the touristic stuff. Even when I was there, like I would take probably once a year and be like, all right, let me go see the city. After that, I just need to know where the clubs are, the good food is, and home. And the gym. That's it. So,
that's true. I didn't think about that. You're used to traveling and all
that.
Yeah,
so I look at it a little bit differently, and I just like, it's nothing like just sitting there listening to the water.
I agree with that.
That's just different for me.
But different country, I definitely want to like go see things and do things.
Well, I'm gonna come.
But
late.
like Florida,
if we
I'm
ever
like,
take a
I
trip
love
to
you,
a
Florida.
different country, I'll be there about 2 or 3 days after you. Let y'all experience it. Then I'm
you
coming
go do all
relaxing.
your stuff,
there
and then
you go.
we'll hang by
then
the
I'm
pool.
coming through. Yeah, when it's time to party and stuff. But
that's
yeah,
right.
man. This is 3HL, man. We're on the airwaves today on this good Monday, June 29th. It's on and popping. A lot going on. We got Chris Lowe jumping on with us at 5:20. We got Jim Wyatt.
He's actually going to jump on at 3:40 now.
So thank you for that, baby, because I ain't got a clue.
Which I'm looking forward to chatting with him. Obviously, the devastating news that everybody heard this morning about Chris Johnson, CJ2K. Did you watch that live, or did you watch the? You watched it somewhere afterwards?
I watched the replay on Good Morning America. I missed it when it first came on, but it came on like 8:13. I was able to catch it then.
Yeah, and then they replay it. And I actually went and sought it out because I had to, it's camp season, had to drop a kid off at camp. And so I went and watched it, and we had kind of known, obviously, that something was going on. I was shocked at how quickly
that's the thing.
CJ has this disease has attacked him.
Right. Because this last year, Super Bowl,
we were hugging on him. I mean, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I mean,
we would have suspected nothing last year at this.
Could have gave us 10 guesses. Or even if, you know what? It was strange because, usually nothing changed about him. Like it'll be something like you could hide. Like I was watching the Michael J. Fox situation where he has Parkinson's, and he was talking about when he was filming, he was always holding his hand so the camera and everything couldn't pick it up because his hand would start shaking. So he would find something to do with it or hold a pen or something. Like if something that drastic is going on, like usually it would be something they try to hide. CJ was wide open with us.
Yeah.
Pictures. The real fives, not the little, you know what I mean, soft, like don't hurt me or anything. Like, what's up, man? Hugs, like laughing. That's wild, man.
Well, and him and his wife, Brittany, they talked about how in the beginning, why he went and got checked out and actually was diagnosed super early.
Yeah.
But he lost like the strength in his right hand first. And that's what kind of started all of it and why they went to the doctor and why they started all of this. And I mean, I think Titans fans obviously are very familiar with it with Tim Shaw. But
who's still coming up at the complex and practices and everything.
Yes. The rapid acceleration of it within Chris right now it's heartbreaking and absolutely shocking.
Yeah, ain't no question. I know I had talked about my nephew going through it, T-Ray, Terrence Malone, and it was kind of the same way when we had, I just went blank on that guy's name. He just texted me earlier, too. Sheesh. But we had him come in and speak on ALS, does a lot of fundraising and things of that nature. And going through, hearing T-Ray's story, who was same thing, football player. He's 32 years old now. It got diagnosed, I think, at 30 or 29 or 30. But he was an active coaching, and would go play basketball, pick up basketball on the sides at the rec center. And he said one day he reached down to pick up the basketball, and like he was fumbling with it and couldn't hold it and everything. So he went and got checked out. Went and got a second opinion, got a third opinion, and all of them said the same thing. And from that point, it was just, downhill as far as losing your muscle control and everything, your bodily functions. It was wild to watch, man. And these are guys that you see. Sports.
They're superheroes.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that. These are people you grew up idolizing.
Like my favorite mental image of CJ is him playing the bongos in that game. You know, I'm just scoring after he freaking smoked everybody. You know.
Yep. So we're
gonna play a little bit of that.
Jordan
interview.
Enos. Jordan Enos was in here with us. Yeah,
that's right.
Over ALS. Yeah. So
we're gonna play a little bit of that interview from Chris Johnson, which his voice, because the minute that he was diagnosed, they recorded his voice so that he could. Speak with his eyes, basically, and it would still be his voice. So we'll play some of that, and then we'll have Jim Wyatt on at 3:40 to talk a little bit more Chris Johnson. If you have memories, if your favorite CJ2K season, play, interaction, all of that, and Slay, I've told you for years, he has always been one of my favorites. And even when he first got here and he was a little rough around the edges, and I'd be like, no, you guys, he is the nicest human being ever, and he is misunderstood. Give him a little bit. And people gave him time, and they saw he's the nicest human being ever. Yeah. So we'll talk about CJ2K. Here's some of that interview next on 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Buddy Allen Floor and Home, built on tradition, designed for the way you live today. Buddy Allen Floor and Home, BuddyAllenFloorandHome.com. And check them out. They've got a special deal going on right now through July 31st with approved credit. Get 0 interest for 18 months. Special offer again now through July 31st with approved credit. Get 0 interest for 18 months. Buddy Allen Carpet One, a Nashville tradition, OG company in this market. I remember watching their commercials on the Ralph Emery Show a long time ago. If you know, you know. Buddy Allen doesn't just sell carpet. They make floor covering, kitchen, and bath projects simple, from imagination to installation, from hardwood, carpet, tile, and more, to stunning kitchen and bathroom remodels that fit your style and budget. Pick your cabinetry, countertops, plumbing fixtures, shower doors, bathtubs, hardware, lighting, and flooring all in one spot. Plus, their design experts walk you through every step, measurements, materials, and professional installation, so there are no surprises, just beautiful results the Buddy Allen way. Buddy Allen will help you create spaces that you will be proud to call home. 2405 Lebanon Pike and Donaldson, 615-883-3289, BuddyAllenFloor.com.
A day at the spa, the perfect gift for birthdays, anniversaries, or any occasion. Lavish and luxurious, yet affordable. A grand gesture, yet simple for you. The gift card from A Moment's Peace. Give her the gift she won't buy herself. An escape, a bit of luxury. Something special that shows more than just words. A gift from A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa in Cool Springs across I-65 from Galleria Mall. Call 615-224-0770 or go online at amomentspeace.com anytime.
The guaranteed offer is the simplest, least stressful way to sell your home. You go to our website, you fill out a quick form, we set an appointment, we bring you an all-cash offer. Literally, there's no lockbox on the front of your house, there's no showings, we pay all cash, we close in as little as 21 days, stress-free. We've helped thousands of homeowners just like you sell your home the hassle-free way with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate.
Welcome back into 3XL right here on 104.5 The Zone. Starting your week off, wrapping your weekday up here from 3 to 6, man. We appreciate y'all hanging with us at 3XL. Right now, we did talk about earlier the diagnosis on Good Morning America with Chris Johnson, him coming back battling ALS, Babsy.
Yeah, and Michael Strahan, which I think was a perfect news personality to sit down with him because you know how much respect he had for CJ2K in his playing days and watching what he did and what a phenomenal athlete he was. So it was him who sat down with him for Good Morning America. And if you missed the whole thing, I know everybody has a million things going on. So it's about 6-7 minutes. And so we figured we would play it for you during this segment. And then, like I said, 615-737-1045. Go ahead and give us a call if you have, your favorite CJ2K moments or interactions and all of that. But here is Michael Strahan from Good Morning America with Chris Johnson.
Touchdown!
Chris Johnson, one of the fastest running backs in NFL history, shattered records throughout his career.
80-yard run.
So fast, he earned the nickname CJ2K.
Chris Johnson is going to have a Titans touchdown.
He retired in 2017 and has been out of the spotlight. But today, he is sharing something deeply personal.
You've chosen to share some personal news today, and it takes a tremendous amount of courage to share it. What would you like for people to know?
First, I want people to know that I'm still me. ALS has changed what my body can do, but it hasn't changed who I am.
In 2025, at the age of 39, Johnson was diagnosed with ALS. The disease progressing so rapidly that he now uses his eyes to trigger a speech-generating device to speak.
Why do you want to share this now?
Because if sharing my story helps even one person get diagnosed sooner, inspires more research, or gives another family hope, then it's worth it.
Johnson says he was in the prime of his life, working out daily and running errands with his 4 children until ALS changed everything.
Let's go back to last year. When did you notice that something was off?
I first noticed weakness in my right hand. At first, it was little things like my grip didn't feel right, and I wasn't as strong as I've always been.
His wife, Brittany, thought it was something much simpler.
Brittany, what did you think it was at the time?
I thought because of football and, his career that it had to be something with that, maybe a pinched nerve or something along those lines, but never ALS.
And what did doctors tell you initially about your condition?
We hoped it was something else, but after thorough testing, they finally came down with a diagnosis of ALS. They told us about a medication that might extend life by a few months. Then they told us to get our affairs in order. It was hard hearing that, but after watching Good Morning America and seeing Dr. Merritt with Eric Dane, we reached out to her. She was willing to think more creatively, offering experimental treatments that might help and advance research.
Dr. Merritt Sikovich is a neurologist and leading ALS researcher at Mass General Brigham Neuroscience Institute.
Chris has been on standard of care, which is about 3 different medications that slow down the illness, but he was also part of a clinical trial, a therapy that decreases inflammation, and I think that helped him a lot.
With no family history of ALS, doctors believe his is a case of sporadic ALS, the most common form of the disease, affecting about 90% of patients, occurring randomly in people with no known family history of ALS.
That's one of the reasons this disease can be so shocking. It can happen to someone who never expected it.
And for me, it's shocking. It's hard to process it for me because I know you, Chris, from just the incredible athlete that you are. How do you process it?
Honestly, I don't know if you ever fully process it. At first, you're in shock. Then you realize you have 2 choices. You can give up or you can fight. I chose to fight.
And Brittany, what was it like for you when you found out that Chris had ALS?
All I could think about was our kids and how young they are. Just, you're in denial. You want it to be anything else. You want the doctors to be wrong. The life that we previously had is like now a thing of the past. But we're still hopeful. We're hopeful, that a breakthrough will happen and that, God, a miracle will happen,
And what kind of support has helped you the most through this?
Without a doubt, my wife, Brittany, she hasn't left my side through any of this. My kids are also a huge part of why I keep going. Every day I wake up wanting more time with them to make more memories and just be their dad. They give me a reason to keep fighting.
Love it.
I know, Brittany, the unsung heroes are the caregivers. So what has this been like for you?
Oh, it's tough. It's tough. Like, we have good days, we have bad days, you know. Our life has shifted so much, and it's a heavy workload, but I have no doubt that this is what, you know, I was called to do.
So how has it progressed since you've been diagnosed?
It's continued to progress much faster than I ever imagined. I want people to understand just how quickly ALS can attack your body. Just over a year ago, I was picking up my 7-year-old daughter, so she make a wish with her birthday cake. Today, I couldn't do that.
And what do you hope people, or you wish people understood about living with ALS?
That your mind stays sharp. People sometimes look at the physical disability and assume you're not still the same person inside. I still think the same, I still dream, I still love my family. My body just doesn't cooperate.
What are the doctors telling you about the treatment and the progression?
Having doctors who are willing to collaborate and explore every reasonable option has meant a lot to my family and me. Right now there isn't a cure, but we're seeing more research, more clinical trials, and more promising ideas than ever before. Seeing how hard these doctors and researchers are working gives me hope. As long as they're fighting for people with ALS, I'm going to keep fighting too.
Oh, yeah, and I want to thank Chris and Brittany for inviting me to the home with their family for that interview. And soon after Chris was diagnosed, they recorded his voice, which is why the speech-generating machine sounds exactly like him. And Chris also told me awareness is great, but it's not enough. ALS needs funding. He was diagnosed relatively early and is doing everything he can, but still can't even hold a cup. That's why early detection, more research, and better treatments are so important. But he said if you're newly diagnosed, don't lose hope. Research is moving faster than ever.
Incredible spirit.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, but it was definitely, like I said, hard for me to process watching this guy who I've admired for a long time, an incredible record-holding NFL running back.
But he still has that grit, doesn't he?
And as I said, mind is still sharp.
Yeah.
Mind is still sharp.
And still admire. You said you admired him still. I mean, his admiration right now is off the charts for what he's doing. Yeah. That was a great interview.
It really was.
Also, for his wife.
Yeah.
Brittany. I mean, that's, they have 4 kids.
Yeah.
That's, I think, a good reminder, too. You got to keep her in your prayers and all of that for what she is navigating. And I do feel like Titans fans, unfortunately, are pretty familiar with ALS. So I looked back. Tim Shaw was diagnosed in 2014. It was the spring of 2014. And I remember it was right when the Ice Bucket Challenge, do you remember that? Kind of started just to raise awareness for ALS and start to try and raise money for to fund research and all of that. So he came out with his news in the fall, I think, of 2014. So that was, 11, 12 years ago.
Right.
And Tim Shaw has been the same, just, I'm going to fight this and raise awareness and do all that. And it sounds like that is exactly what Chris Johnson wants to do. But it's hard to believe that. So we saw him a year ago at the Super Bowl. You heard him say, I could hold my daughter to blow out my 7-year-old daughter to blow out her candles a year ago. And now I can't even hold a cup. Which also means when we saw him at the Super Bowl, he was already diagnosed with it.
Yep.
Like he already knew.
Yeah. That right there. So some more context of it is, I think when you sit back and listen, you got to go in on the key phrases of how they feel and how they understand the outside, the shell themselves is something totally different than you're used to seeing. But the key part is him saying my mind is still sharp. So
that is the absolute just devil of this disease too.
It robs you that. Yeah. Robs you of all your
Whereas
mobility.
Alzheimer's is different. A lot of times your body physically is okay and your mind is not. It's just absolutely awful.
These different diseases.
Awful
man.
diseases.
But when you do it, I think it'll be, if you can find it in yourself to kind of treat them the same, you know what I mean? Same jokes, you know what I mean? Same clowning around. They would prefer that. Nothing's going to make it easier unless, like his wife Brittany said, they come up with a miracle. God does a miracle all of a sudden, and we get a cure. I mean, I think that right there is the silver lining of or the pinnacle of whatever could happen. But anything else, try to keep it as normal as possible for them, because they want to do that. They still want to be able to go out, and I'm saying this because I'm speaking from experience. Like they still want to go on trips, and you also got to key in on, they still want to create memories because the mind is sharp. Like when the body fails and the mind's still going, imagine what it's like not being able to do nothing, so you're sitting there more with your thoughts than anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you want to be able to create those memories so you can at least peel back and think about something that was a happy moment or some of that nature to make that time easy. And 1 minute a day, man, I promise you, is worth a lifetime for them to feel normal. The other part of it is when we had our guy Jordan Enos come on, who's going to come on later. He's in Switzerland right now, but didn't get a chance to get him on. But all of them are fighting the same fight. So regardless of which ALS foundation or anything that you're helping, all of the funding I know is going towards research for the ALS. So, and nothing is enough, and nothing is too little. You know what I'm saying? Like they fighting, man. I know he's got an event coming up, and I'm sure he's trying to join with CJ and try to do some things. Same as Tim, I'm sure he's still fighting it. Like it's not enough because they are barely breaking the surface of anything that is viable or tangible when you start to think about all the experimental drugs that they use. None of them have been actually approved to be able to say, this is it, this is what we're going to go with.
This makes a difference.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out on the fly. You know what I'm saying? And with a disease that comes on the fly, it makes it even harder to plan with, because who's your guinea pigs? Like, who's your test, your subjects that you're going to test? You don't have none because you don't even know if nobody has it. As soon as they get diagnosed, it's like, well, shoot, we got to try to slow it down. We don't even know where it came from. Just trying to, prolong life. So y'all keep them in your prayers, man. I would like to say, I think they say when you get older, you kind of lose a little bit of filter. And this is my unfiltered moment that I like to have. So when we're telling you to call in and asking you to call in for this, man, it's more of a celebration of giving flowers of your memories that can, if they happen to go back and look at it and, they can be like, man, I remember that. And it can bring a smile to them, inside, make them feel warm. My thing is, this is the reason, this right here is the reason in media, in politics, in religion, in sports, in music, in school, whatever age bracket you in, you treat people the right way. This is the reason. Because, man, we wait too long to try to give people and make amends when people are on their deathbed, where they had a tragic accident, where things will never be the same. When you got every opportunity yesterday to make amends for what you did way back in the past, and now all of a sudden you've had a change of heart because something drastic has happened right now, or you can see somebody changing. Don't let that be the reason that you do that. Be who you are all the time. That way it's easier to say, I made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Or it's easier to come back from. If you're your way all the time and you spreading love, we ain't going to get along with some people. Leave them in their box. Don't go around faking it. Be who you are all the time, man. I'm telling you, man. So when you call in 615-737-1045, call in, man, with some flowers. And that's cool because the young brother ain't gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, still sharp in the mind, you know what I mean? And still get sentences out. We'll love him for that right there and remember him how he is. So
it's like preaching on his birthday. Look at it.
There you go.
I like unfiltered Slay. Let's just stick it. Let's keep that around.
I like
not that it's not there all the time anyway.
True too, yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, we'll talk CJ 2K with Jimmy Wyatt.
Yeah.
He is on next from Titans.com. Stick around for that on 3HL and 104.5 The Zone.
eSpaces.com. Are you a startup, an entrepreneur, or growing a small business? Finding the right workspace should not mean settling for a noisy, cookie-cutter co-working space. Your business deserves better. You deserve better. Welcome to eSpaces. They're not just another shared desk. They are your premier professional office solution, whether you're a solo entrepreneur or a team of 20. They are dedicated to helping you find the perfect fit for your business to thrive. But what truly sets them apart? eSpaces is proudly locally owned and operated. John Pirtle and his crew do a great job. eSpaces.com. Book your tour today. That's eSpaces.com. They have private offices, team suites, meeting rooms that are fully equipped, 24/7 access, flexible terms, beautiful professional spaces that are move-in ready. Whether you're scaling up or just getting started, eSpaces provides flexibility without compromise. Want to check them out? Tours available now. Visit eSpaces.com. 15 locations in Middle Tennessee, one near you. eSpaces.com.
Welcome back into 3HL Radio 104.5 The Zone. What's happening, good people, on this Monday? We're locked and loaded with us, man. We appreciate you. We got our guy joining us. We ain't gonna waste no time bringing him in. TennesseeTitans.com, Jimmy Wyatt. Jimmy, how you doing, brother?
Ron, how you doing today?
I'm all right, man. Hanging in there, man. We're getting it going, Jimmy, man. You scrambling today, Jimmy? You getting stories out? What's on your agenda outside of what we got?
I am on the move today. Yeah,
okay.
I did get up this morning like everybody else and watched the Good Morning America interview with Chris Johnson and Michael Strahan, and just heartbreaking to see the condition that Chris is in, and just thinking about the time I spent with him and how he was always so good to me from the time he walked in the door to dealing with him so many times, whether it was after practices, during the off season, during contract situations, at Pro Bowls, at the Super Bowl when he would hang out with Lindale, and seeing him with his kids. And when I caught wind that he was dealing with ALS and was at a situation where he's now talking, using his eyes to communicate through the machine that I know Tim Shaw uses, I couldn't believe it and didn't really believe it until I saw it with my own eyes this morning. And it's just incredible how quickly that disease has ravaged his body. I just was texting him. You guys know this. I do that roundup with the 160 people doing their picks for the mock drafts, and in April, and Chris Johnson was the only guy out of 160 people, guy or girl out of 160 people, to pick Carnell Tate to the Titans. And
That's right. I forgot about that. That's right.
Yeah. And he texted me that night. I told you, and with the laughing emoji. This was April, and so then, and I had no idea that he was dealing with ALS at that time, and still can't believe that was Chris this morning, and it's really sad. There's no other way around it. I mean, I was there the day that Tim Shaw revealed his diagnosis, standing in front of a banner, on the practice fields at what's now Vanderbilt Health Sports Park, football park. I forget exactly the right terminology on that, but it was Baptist Sports Park when Tim Shaw did it, and I think it's Vanderbilt Football Health Center is what it is now. But I remember Tim Shaw when he revealed he had ALS and the Ice Bucket Challenge, and he at that time would look like a football player still. Obviously he knew the signs of the disease and knew what was ahead of him. And then in the 12 years since, seen him go into his decline, and it's remarkable. Always tell people how remarkable he is, just what a great spirit he has about him, what a presence he still has at the facility. But it's just hard to see him, and how he has to manage life today. And to see Chris, who was just diagnosed last year, already be at that stage, it's just hard to even fathom. And just thought about so many things as I watched him talk to Michael Strahan, just how electrifying he was on the field, and that 2009 season. Probably when I look back at my days covering the Titans, that was as much fun as I can remember watching Titans teams, because Chris was just so electric and always on the verge of breaking one. So he was just an electric personality. He was fun to be around. He's a really good guy. Now got 4 kids. He's so proud of his twin boys and his daughter. I've talked to him a lot about them and the success they're having. He's had so many things he wanted to do, whether it was scouting, helping out in the organization in some capacity, and now it's just, again, hard to believe what the hand he has been dealt.
Yeah, no doubt. I've always said it. Everybody knows, like from my WKRN, carrying the camera days and covering the Titans, he was always one of my favorites because, he'd always talk to you. He'd always stop whatever he's doing to make sure that he gave you the time. And, and I had said earlier, I was like, he came in maybe a little rough around the edges, but once you got to know him, you were like, this might be the nicest guy ever, He
was a great guy. And you're right. He never turned anybody down that came to his locker to talk, and he was always honest. And I dealt with him about a lot of stuff, that was away from football, and certainly he had some contract situations that were caused a little bit of friction, and some guys avoid you during stuff like that. They don't answer your calls. Chris always talked to me about all of that. Sometimes the Titans hated. Again, that was when I was with the Tennessee, but Joel Siegel was his agent.
That's why they hired you, Jimmy.
Mike Reinfeld was the GM, and CJ was honest. I mean, that's the thing. And he told you what he thought he deserved to be paid and the contract that he wanted, and aired some of that stuff out through me and the Tennessean, and then never bristled when he sometimes got criticism for that. He owned it, and he eventually got what he was looking for there. But had an incredible run with everything that he did, and you know, I talked to him. I remember last year at the Super Bowl, not this past year, the year before that, just hoping that he'd get some consideration for the Hall of Fame, just because if he felt like what he did in that period of time deserved some recognition there. So it's just now to see him kind of fighting for his life and fighting to try to be in a position where he can still help his family and the capacity that he's having to do it in now is just almost hard to believe.
All right, Jimmy, what is your favorite CJ moment on the field?
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I just think that, you know, he had a run down in Miami one time. I think the biggest highlight was probably a run in Miami when he ran on one side of the field, cut back all the way, ran all the way to his right and cut all the way back to his left. I mean, I think that was the one that the biggest highlight he had. I think the biggest wow moment for me was right out of the gate. I think it was in a preseason game against the Rams when he had like an 80-yard sprint, and I was like, oh, wow, look this guy is fast.
He is that fast, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we knew early on that he was a special player, but I think it's hard to name one moment. I think it's the whole 2009 season, and just one 100-yard game after the next, some 200-yard games in there, and then as I'm talking my way through it, I guess the biggest moment was obviously in Seattle when he went over the 2,000-yard mark. Should have broken the record. He had a run called back because of what I think everybody felt like was a pretty bogus holding penalty.
He felt that too.
But seeing him celebrate, his teammates celebrate with him, I'll certainly never forget that.
Yeah. I love I think it was his rookie year, right? In Kansas City, the bongos.
That was fun too. Yeah, he played the bongos,
and
him and Lindell both went off in that game. But it was just fun, those guys together. I mean, him and the Smash and Dash and just all the good times following those two. They were, you know, talked a lot about their friendship, and CJ helped Lindell so much. I can't forget about just the impact he had on Lindell in his life, because Lindell has talked, and I've talked to him about this before, about his time of struggle and depression and suicidal thoughts when his career ended, and just how he kind of lost his joy for life in some capacity. And Chris Johnson is the guy who pushed him and kept him with a positive outlook and wouldn't let him get down, and really has credited Chris Johnson for saving his life.
Yeah, I love that. Jimmy, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. At J Wyatt Sports on Twitter. Obviously, all of us praying for Chris Johnson and Brittany, his wife, and his kiddos. Thank you, Jimmy.
Okay, you have a good week. Thank you. All right, bye.
There you go, Jim Wyatt. Check him out. Covered the Titans since 1999. He knows all. This is 3HL 104.5 The Zone. We'll take a quick break. Nice little World Cup update for you right now. And then would love to take your calls when we get back. 615-737-1045. 3HL on 104.5 The Zone.
Welcome into 3HL right on 104.5 The Zone. What's good, good people, man? You know what it is. The show's rolling right along. Good comments, commentary, and conversation with our guy Jim Wyatt a minute ago. You can go back and check that out, wherever you podcast or get your podcast, whatever that is. You know, you handle. You want to listen to the show, or go back to the stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Check us out there. 615-737-1045 is the number. Babsy's in the building with us.
Happy Monday.
Yeah. Euros on assignment.
Can I go ahead and tell you what is not bunked today?
What is not bunked, Babsy?
The fact that it's your birthday, Ron
Thank you,
Slade.
Babsy.
Happy birthday. Everybody give Slay some love.
I appreciate the love, man. Zeph even gave me a little rental fan.
At the Ron Slay?
Yeah, I think it's
something like
yeah,
that.
the Ron Slay.
There you go. Go give him some
Oh,
love.
yeah, you weren't here last Friday when
It's his birthday. He's old.
he got locked out of his Twitter. Had to get back in.
You did? Did you get hacked?
No, I couldn't download videos. No, I'm put videos on there no more. So I had to get out of it, uninstall it, and try to get back in it.
Oh, and then you
I had to
couldn't
figure out the
remember your
code.
password.
Yeah, so
Oh, that reminds me. My stupid company password is about to expire.
better hurry up.
I know, because if you don't do it, then you gotta
go
like.
through, you gotta meet with
Then you gotta call
and all
HR,
that.
and then
you
you're
got lot
a
of stuff
terrible
going on.
person.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. Zephyr, what's up behind the glass? How you doing, bro?
Good.
Well, all right.
Breaking news.
Okay.
Hit it.
So this is a saga that it's been going on forever now, I feel like, in the state of Tennessee. Well, and what most of us call Tennessee, Babs says it's not technically part
I
of
don't
Tennessee.
count Memphis as
No,
a
it's
part
the
of
state
Tennessee.
of Memphis.
It's the state of
It's its
Memphis.
own
That's a
state.
good,
Yeah,
that's
they're
a
like
good
Houston.
one.
Yeah, they got their own state.
Well, in Memphis, the Ja Morant era is officially over as the Grizzlies have officially
shocking.
traded two-time NBA All-Star Ja Morant to the Portland Trailblazers for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray, according to Shams on Twitter just a few moments ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thoughts on that one?
Well,
Okay, first of all, Portland probably better than like an LA or something for.
yeah, he should probably be up there where it's nothing but hooping and rain and trees.
Right,
Well, I will say they have a legalization of flowers that he likes, so that'll be a good zenning time for him. Probably needed right now, a little break from the life. Well, when you're looking at the Grizzlies in this situation, I think it's good for both parties. Ja seemed to be upset to where they were headed, and Memphis was upset to where he was headed and handling it. You look at the Grizzlies, what they've been able to do this last year by trading their pieces that were really their franchise cornerstones in Jaren Jackson Jr., who I didn't even know was traded, and Zeph brought that to my attention last week. He's been traded to Utah within the year. This happened in the year. That's to let you know how much I was keeping up with NBA basketball before the playoffs started.
Which is crazy.
I know.
And you give me crap?
I do get, yeah, exactly. Desmond Bain was traded to the Orlando Magic last year, got paid. So those were the three guys, and Ja Morant was the final caveat in that three-headed horseman that they had. So he's gone now to Portland, gives the Grizzlies an opportunity to start fresh.
I was going to say, it
guys.
seems like a complete reset.
That's exactly what it is, Babsy. They're looking to go in a different direction. New guys, as far as being the franchise guy, they had an opportunity to draft the National Player of the Year coming out of college from the Duke Blue Devils.
From one of the best colleges ever.
This is what they would say. So you able to get Cam Boozer in there. You add him in with Scottie Pippen Jr., who was able to have a solid year, a lot of injuries right then and there. But Zach Edey was another guy. So now you have your front court kind of established. I think Zach Edey going in his third year. He was banged up last year, but you got to protect Cam Boozer at the 5. Cam Boozer comes in and is able to play the 4, be able to alternate with guys. They did pick up a guy, Isaiah Stewart, who has a playoff resume going with Detroit this past year. Another young guy. I think you see in the 3, the small forward spot, Gigi Jackson from South Carolina, young fella that was taken 2 years ago. He's been able to come along. And don't forget, they took Walter Clayton Jr. from Florida when they were national champions. So they have him coming in also. So it's a lot of parts being moved around. I think they still will probably try to go find someone else, a veteran status, to kind of help them move this along and see where they end up. But fresh starts for both. They need it. They also have a new coach, Memphis, that was brought in last year. He did a terrific job in being able to talk to some of my reps. They're really impressed by what he can do. It's one of those, hey, man, if you give it time, this dude is so far ahead of where the game is now.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to hear. But it was
Who
like,
is
man.
it? I know this is terrible for me to say. I don't even remember the Memphis coach's name.
Yeah, so you make it
Or the
hard.
new coach.
It's Thomas Tuomas Isolo.
Yeah.
It's like he's like
That's
Swedish.
right.
It was Taylor
Isolo.
Jenkins. Taylor Jenkins
Yes.
got let go, but yeah, so this guy, he sees the game. Yes, he's one of those, and this is what I go against. He's one of those analytic guys, but his analytics is mixed more with what's going on the court with the eye test.
With the feel.
Yeah, so I give him credit for that. But it's gonna be amazing to see what he can do with this group and how he brings them along. We'll see how it all shakes out and
It
plays
feels
along.
all of a sudden just in a draft and getting rid of certain guys and whatever, it feels all of a sudden that it is a different personality of
Absolutely,
the team.
absolutely.
Like
That's
it was
exactly what
very
it is.
intentional.
Yep, I still think they also keep the core blueprint of the grit and grind because when you look at this draft that just took place with them having an option to go get anybody, whether that be Darius Acuff, any of these guys, you went and chose the guy who, yes, National Player of the Year in Cam Boozer, but he's more of that blue collar, Tim Duncan, boring style game. But God, you look at the end of the day and all he does is win. Packs up stats, does it the right way, out of the limelight. He's going to be one of those ones that, you know what I mean, you get the guys around him and you're going to have to watch his game to be like, oh, okay, I love this part. Kind of like Tim Duncan was before he started doing all the winning. It was like, dude, he just get the job done. And that's who
Before he
Cam is.
became
Yeah,
real Tim
it's just
Duncan,
like, it's no flash, no fluff to it. It's just what it is, what you see. So, good start for John Morant. Go up there with Portland with the young guys. Dame Lillard get healthy. He can join back with them. He get a guy to show him the ropes. We'll see how it show turns out for him, man. But
He's got to
good luck
mature
him.
a little bit, right?
Yeah. And he's just got to get back. I think get back to the essence of what made him, and that was playing ball.
Right.
Not worried about anything else. You know what I'm saying? Not anything outside of it. Everything outside came because of the ball you were playing on the court and the success you were having. So get back to that.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what y'all know.
While we're on NBA, I've seen, obviously, it's free agent frenzy out there right now. I don't know if you've seen Sham's Twitter, but it's like this guy declined a player option, but is working out a multi-year deal with this team. I mean, like, everyone is working through their contracts right now. One little thing that I did see about a pretty famous basketball player by the name of LeBron James. I don't know if you guys have heard of him or not. But
Warriors?
a little rumor that the Warriors are interested in bringing LeBron and potentially Anthony Davis. Obviously, Draymond declined his player option to, I think that was today. It might have been today or last night.
Today.
And he's elected to go to free agency. That leaves a little bit of room for them to work to try and bring in, I don't know, a guy like LeBron James, who has been in the league forever. What
Thoughts on that, Ron Slay?
What do you think about that one if LeBron heads over to the Golden State?
Listen, man, I think anybody to get LeBron, it's a great help to your team. The IQ goes up dramatically. The butts and seats goes through the roof. Not like it was a problem doing that if he was going to go join Steph. It's already, but you get to jack up ticket prices and make back everything that you're about to spend to try to put this roster together. I think looking at it, when you watch AD, Anthony Davis, looking at his numbers right here, man, he played in the last 3 years, he's played 51 games in one season, 51 games in another season, 20 games in the last season. So what are you getting? You know what I mean? Are you planning on getting the Anthony Davis that when he was with the Lakers and they won the championship in the bubble, that initiated the trade to be able to have enough value to go get Luka from Dallas to L.A. and him go to Dallas? Or are you getting this one this last 2-3 years that have been banged up and not being able to finish the season? Yes, we know his effect when he gets out there and how he can get it done. But, I mean, Anthony Davis is 33 years old. What are you paying him?
I was going to say, what year is he now in the league?
This is he came in the league in 2012.
Wow.
So he's about to go into year 14. Yeah.
Brow.
Yeah, it's the brow, exactly. Like, yes, he can still do what he does. You know what I mean? Dynamic defensively, offensively, when healthy, dynamic, especially you got somebody else to kind of take the beating from the 5 men. He is a guy that can get it done. But you also couple these guys on the court. If they were to go get it together, LeBron, Draymond Green, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry.
Jackson in the chat said AD, a.k.a. street clothes.
I'm telling you, like that's what was going around. Like he can't stay out there. So always in street clothes. But you get those guys that go around, man. If they're healthy, I think they can be phenomenal because of the talent. AD can stretch the floor, shoot from the outside. LeBron has worked on his 3-ball, can shoot. Draymond can be a facilitator. Steph can be him. The only problem to me that comes with that is the movement that this Golden State Warriors offense has had success with is because there's fresh legs out there and these young guys moving all the time. I don't expect to see these guys, LeBron, running around chasing Steph to screen for him. Or AD at his age to run around setting screens for this guy. I just don't see that. Quick hitting plays, yes. But their movement tempo is what makes Steph, man. You don't need to be in a half-court set clogging up stuff with him out there. So it remains to be seen if it gets done, man. Like, yes, it's going to have all eyes on it. They probably all 82 games will probably be televised. It'll be blockbuster, no question. If they get healthy, get to the playoffs, you know what it is with that Oracle Arena. There's going to be – it's still Oracle? No, it's not Oracle. It's, what's the name of the arena now? Darn.
Couldn't tell you.
I forgot. But, well, you just can't – I can't depend on it right now. Not with all these old guys. And how long does this last? Are y'all signing them for 1 year? Steph ain't got that long left.
The Chase Center.
The Chase Center. LeBron ain't got that long left. AD ain't got that long left. Draymond ain't got that long left. So what if y'all getting together for 1 year? I mean, hell, let's do it. Let's do it.
Take it all or bust?
Yeah,
Plus, didn't they
cool
draft Yaxel Lindenborg?
They did. They did draft Yaxel, I think that's to lead in replacing Draymond because he can do everything Draymond can do, but more athletic and taller. So,
yeah, I think
and he can shoot.
Draymond put out a tweet of Yaxel texting him after he got drafted, saying like, "Hey man, can't wait to learn from you." Now he's going to free agency, so
yeah, but I think they did say that just to go into to supposedly air quotations free up money to be able to go chase LeBron and AD and bring them in. So who's going to take the less money? Like that'll be interesting to see. They should be
the oldest super team ever put together.
That's a good
with
one.
With Steph. LeBron,
I don't know. You know, what's the name was old back in the day? I think it was old after Shaq and them third, after their first three-peat. After their three-peat, trying to go get a fourth title, they went and got Gary Payton, Karl Malone, all them old guys, and they were good until Karl Malone went down with an injury, and it was like, oh, Lord, what are we going to do? So Shaq was a little older then, so we'll see, man. Chasing rings, a lot of times it don't work. Charles Barkley did it going to Houston. Scottie Pippen did it going to Houston. Like, it don't work all the time. So
Nikki Benefield in the chat said their uniform is sponsored by Depends.
See.
Jeez.
Just coming at them, dude. It's two of your great players, man. Like, what y'all want them to do? You want them to hang it up? I think it's coming soon, though. At some point, they will be hanging it up. We do have conversations to get back to as far as whatever you want to hit on with Chris Johnson. Revealing that he's battling ALS, your thoughts and the flowers you may want to give him, memories that he gave you growing up while watching him play. And if you just want to send some shout out to him, the love and the prayers that you're sending to him, you got an open phone line to do that at 615-737-1045.
Also, how about we pull up a little Titans topic here?
Let's do it.
I want some opinions on this.
Okay.
I think Mayor kind of brought it up last week. I don't know. I was out of the office. But from a Titans offense, obviously we know, right, number one, Cam Ward is the key to an improved record. There's no argument here, right? But what offensive player not named Cam Ward will be the key to an improved record in 2026? Okay. We're going to talk about that and want your opinion on it. 615-737-1045. Which Titans offensive player not named Cam Ward will be key to the improved record in 2026. We'll take your calls after this break. Stick around. All right, we got a couple days left in June, which means a couple days left for the June Dawn deal. If you are in need of Pella Windows and Doors, new replacement windows or doors, it's Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville that you need to call because they're the absolute best. I know because I've used them in multiple properties and love them. Love the people, love the company, love the work they do, love the warranties that they provide, and you will too, I promise. Easy to get a hold of them. You can either stop by one of their showrooms. They've got one in Franklin, 277 Mallory Station Road. They have one in Hendersonville, corner of East Main and Indian Lake Boulevard. So those two locations, you can swing in whenever you want, and they'll help you out there. Or, and this is my preferred method of communication, just go online. Schedule your free consultation. They'll come out to your house, bring some little mini windows to show you, help price it for you, and you can do it all online at PellaNashville.com. And then don't forget to ask them for the Dawn deal for the month of June. It's no payments, no interest for 24 months, and free Pella certified installations. We'll have a new one for you come July as well. So give them a call or stop by online. Get you some new windows and doors. PellaNashville.com.
Upton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, that is where you need to go to get that next new vehicle. They have moved up the street, just right up the street from their old location. Upton Motors now open for business in Springfield at the new location, 3224 Tom Austin Highway. If you're looking for an excellent selection of popular new vehicles in Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, Northern Alabama, you can get there. Daniel Gupton and his crew ready to help you out. Put Gupton Motors at the top of your list. Just a short drive from Nashville, about 30 minutes from downtown. They're kicking things off with a declaration of deals. Take on any terrain. In the 2026 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon with $2,000 bonus cash for returning Jeep owners and leasees, or you can upgrade your drive with the powerful 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 now with $5,500 cash bonus. Visit Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram today, 3224 Tom Austin Highway in Springfield, or shop online, GuptonMotors.com. All the dealership information is there. All of the inventory is there, new and pre-owned. All the deals they have going on this month right there, GuptonMotors.com. Gupton Motors, driving deals home for the best deals, the best service, the best experience. You got to go to Gupton. Offers subject to eligibility. See dealer for details.
A day at the spa, the perfect gift for birthdays, anniversaries, or any occasion. Lavish and luxurious, yet affordable. A grand gesture, yet simple for you. The gift card from A Moment's Peace. Give her the gift she won't buy herself. An escape, a bit of luxury. Something special that shows more than just words. A gift from A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa in Cool Springs across I-65 from Galleria Mall. Call 615-224-0770 or go online at amomentspeace.com anytime.
Welcome back in to 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. Man, what's happening today, good people? It is Monday, and we've got questions for you. You want to intertwine your answer into ours? Well, you can get in the chat and type it in if you want to, or feel free to call 615-737-1045. That is the number to get straight through, and you talk to Zephyr, and then Zephyr puts you on the list, and you get through, and you holler at us, me and Babsy.
Yes, and obviously the news, Chris Johnson announcing that he is battling ALS on Good Morning America this morning. And if you want to weigh in on that, you can also do that as well. But the question coming into this segment, which Titans offensive player not named Cam Ward will be the key to an improved record in 2026? Obviously, the easy answer is Cam Ward, which is why we took him out of this conversation. So,
Yes.
Slay, it is your birthday.
So do I get to do two?
No, you get to go first.
No.
That's all it is?
Yes, you get to go first,
That's
not
boring.
two.
It's one player.
It is one player. One player.
That's boring.
Not named Cam Ward.
See, Slay always like to do this. He's like,
He
I've got a
always
couple.
does
He's like,
well, I've got
got a
two.
couple.
I mean,
Sounds
maybe
boring.
three.
That sounds boring to me.
Okay, and to be fair, Mayor's original question was like the entire Titans, so offense and defense. But
No.
I figured we'd split it up. We do a key on the offensive side of the ball and a key on the defensive side of the ball. We'll do that tomorrow or something.
I like it. And no, I just said, since it's your birthday, you can go first.
That's boring. But I will go anyway.
He's going to go two anyway. Watch.
He
He's
probably
going to
will.
say his one, and then he's going to be like, now also.
No, you know what? I think I'm going to lean on this one, Babs. I like to lean in right here on this one.
Okay.
So, not named Cam Ward, who will be the key to an improved record on the offensive side of the ball. All right. For me, I think it's simple. I got to go with the person that I haven't seen. And the person I haven't seen is Senior J.C. Latham.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
This is the guy that I need to see take the step. And not even for the benefit of this team or Cam doing well. For the benefit of this gentleman who I thought was taken in the draft, we grew to love. We had an opportunity to interview him. We were sitting outside of Bridgestone. Preds were in playoff contention. It was going down. It was heated. And he got on after we didn't get the pick that we wanted, thinking it was going to be the big fella that went out to the Chargers. I forgot the O-lineman that we thought we were going to get, but Harbaugh.
Oh, Alt.
Joe
Alt.
After we didn't get Joe Alt, it was like, oh, man, we got – okay, J.C. Latham. And then he came on. He started talking about being the trench king and different personalities, the switch he hit. And he came out, he moved from right tackle.
Is he the one that once would be a pastor one day?
Yes, exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It was like he preached to us.
He won us over.
He did. He
Yes.
won us over. We was in this congregation.
Yes.
We've been there year after year in the congregation.
Give me the offering, please.
That's it. Look, we're going to pay ours and we're going to move on, JC. So now it's time to deliver. We need him to deliver. We need him to protect. And if nothing else, for himself, who moved from right tackle to left tackle, coming in, learning a new spot on the fly in the NFL where it's very difficult. Then they moved him back to the right side. So he played a full year, banged up, getting a little injured, wasn't able to get his steps right, didn't get his quickness, came back, changed his body, and now going into OTAs in spring, we didn't get an opportunity to see him. So I'm reserving my emotions and feelings and thoughts until I get to see him. I would like to see him with this group who I thought from watching them with no pads on and everything are moving with a different purpose. But the thing that I saw was missing out there was his bookends. His bookends being Dan Moore, who did come out there.
His tackles.
His tackles. You got to have them and J.C. Latham. No knock to anybody else that's trying to get that role or anything, but we need J.C. Latham because he's a top 10 pick to be that guy, just like Skoronski has grown into his spot. Like, we need those guys. And I'm cool with it. I'm cool with everybody else. I'm cool with what Dan Moore is. I understand what these guys, but I need the guy to be the guy, take the step, protect this guy, not only for him and this franchise, but for itself and our future cornerstone of this franchise, Cam Ward. We need him upright. The thing. So that's mine, Babsy.
Okay.
She's waiting for the who else. That's all the little look she gave to you.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay, I'll go with mine, and then we'll take your calls.
Okay.
And then maybe at the end of this hour, I'll let you do another one. Because it's your birthday.
Yep, appreciate it.
Okay, so mine is I am going at the obvious spot of wide receiver because of what Cam Ward had last year on the roster. No offense to Chim or Io Manor, but they were fourth-round rookies last year. So this year, the Titans offensive player not named Cam, who will be key to that improved record, I am going with a wonderful addition from free agency in Wan'Dale Robinson.
Right.
Veteran now, knows what he can and can't do with his body.
Yeah.
Isn't going to have to do what he did at his last spot, but prove that he could last year. And slot guy who I think is going to turn into Cam Ward's comfort blanket, and a guy that I feel like Cam can hit quickly for when your guy J.C. Latham doesn't do his job and the offensive line struggles. And that's something I feel like Cam can rely on him.
Okay.
So I'm going with Wan'Dale Robinson as my guy.
Okay, let me sneak this one in real quick because it is my second one, really.
Okay,
I gotta give you
here
this
it goes.
one.
I told you it was coming.
I got to give you this one because it kind of goes hand in hand with yours. I need Calvin Ridley to be Calvin Ridley. Not over the entire stretch as far as going out here to show me you're number one, because I think we honestly have a number one that's going to be formed here, and that's going to be Cornell Tate. But I'm not going to put that pressure on him right away. But I am going to put it on.
Although he is a fourth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fourth overall pick.
So I need to see that. I need to see him thriving, though.
Okay.
The ones I'm putting it on are Wan'Dale Robinson and Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley specifically because I feel like he got something to prove.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The way the season went last year, injured, had to pull out. You know what I'm saying? Like this, I think he had.
I mean, if he doesn't, he might be done.
Right.
Like in the league.
Yeah, exactly. You know? And I think he got a little bit more in the tank.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I want Calvin Ridley to be that guy. I want him to be that guy that Cornell Tate can learn from. I want him to be that guy along with Wan'Dale Robinson when Cam drops back. You got a guy right there that's going to separate himself every single time, and it's going to be beautiful, and that's what's going to make Cornell Tate thrive. That's all I need. That's my two. How about that?
Only because it's your birthday, Slay.
Thank you, Babs.
I love it. Okay, so there we go. We've got a wide receiver and a tackle.
Yeah.
And then another wide receiver because Slay had two. So let's check in with Devin in Hendersonville. Hey, Devin, you're one Titan offensive player not named Cam that'll be key to an improved record. What you got?
Hey, thank you guys for taking my call.
Yeah.
First of all, happy birthday, Slay. It's my wife's birthday, too. So,
thank you,
there.
Happy birthday to her.
Yeah, thank you. I'll tell her for you. Secondly, T's and P's out to Chris Johnson and his family. I do appreciate him speaking out, and I think that him being able to speak out about it and to maybe help somebody is going to be way more impactful than anything he did on the football field anyway. So, again, T's and P's to him. That really does suck.
Great.
I have two comments, though. My answer to the player question would probably be whoever ends up being the starting center. I know you guys talk a lot about the center and how important it is, but I really think not only for this year and for the next couple years to come, we really have to solidify that for Cam, or I don't think it's going to go very well. I mean, those center three are very important, but I really thought Lloyd was going to be it, and it just didn't work out. So, whether it's Coogan or I can't remember whoever.
Slotman.
Yeah, exactly. So either one of them, I think is probably going to be the most impactful. But another answer that's technically not a player, I so think Brian Daboll is the biggest offensive addition that we've had.
That's a good one.
I don't think we've had a good offensive coordinator ever. Luckily, these coordinators had the likes of Chris Johnson and Derrick Henry that they could just kind of give the ball to and just do whatever. But we don't have that anymore. And I think what Daboll's done and his other offenses is just something we've never seen. So player-wise, I think it's going to be whoever the center is. But overall, I really do think it's Daboll. But thank you guys so much. Have a good rest of your day.
Appreciate that, man.
Thanks, Devin, and happy birthday to your wife. I love that answer.
No, I like that too.
Because I don't disagree.
No, I don't either. I think it's so many different ways you can go. I think that's a good one right there. And you got to understand, too, why he was brought in. This center was brought in, Slotman. Schlotman. Yeah.
I love saying his name. I will say that. I don't want to say his name all season long.
No, we gotta find
I
a
just
good
want to
name.
ignore him because he's going to do a good job, and then hopefully we won't have to talk about him. But I do like to say his name, Schlotman.
Yeah. And you bring him in as an experienced guy coming in so he can take a little bit of pressure off of Cam where you're learning another offense.
Right.
For Cam. So picking out the coverage, I think we had Savage talking about it. Or was that practice? Yeah. He's there to identify the mic, identify the coverages, get the checks and everything, and understand where Cam can get out there and play quarterback.
Right.
He can get on page with his receivers, tight ends, running backs, find out everything he needs to find out without having to worry about with that element. Now, how many seconds that takes off his plate?
He can be a huge help to Cam in a new offense, is what you're saying.
Yes, he's an asset for him. Yes. And a little bit more
especially
recognition.
because he knows.
And
he
you
knows
see,
it.
everybody that has really good years at the quarterback spot have a chemistry with their center at the quarterback spot. Let's take, for instance, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts and Jason Kelce. With them two right there, that was the knock on Travis Kelce. Jason Kelce walking away is because they were like, okay, well, who's going to call out the coverages and everything for Jalen Hurts? He allowed Jalen Hurts to be him and not worry about the coverages and him telling him everything that was going on. So a lot of people saying they had to you got to train somebody. So
Mahomes and Creed Humphrey, Lamar and Linderbaum.
The list goes on and on. That relationship right there is everything. You know what I mean? So yeah, I hopefully he can be that. And it's regardless if he's that all-pro center. You need the connection with Cam. You need to be able to think for him. And he needs to know exactly what you think about signals and signs and the way your body language is. So, yeah, I think Schlotman was a good. That's a good pick right there.
And I know he's not technically the starting. They haven't really named a starting center as of now. But if you look at the quote unquote competition that they brought in at that position, him, a rookie, and Pat Coogan out of Indiana, and then that's it as center options that they brought in. And then the only other one they had on the team was Jackson Slater, who we've heard that they've been working more. In the guard position than at center position. So it's they've kind of written it where Schlotman is set up to be named the starting center.
The rest is still unwritten, Zeph. But yes, you're absolutely right about that too.
Yeah.
It's going to be fascinating. And I can tell that you have had lots of conversations with Ramon about the center position. Yes,
I keep on asking about the offensive line. I want to know what's different.
Yes.
What can we see with the naked eye without me having to go watch film? What can I see right now?
Yes, which is good.
Yep.
And we both could tell immediately that it felt different in how they were doing drills in freaking mini camps, you know?
Yep.
So hopefully that's a positive sign of development moving forward.
That's been our problem the last 2 years.
Before we take a break, let's check in with Drew in McMinnville. Key offensive player not named Cam for the Titans. What you got, Drew?
What's up, y'all? I love the show. I don't get to call in much. Slay, happy birthday, big dog.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man.
My key player that I want to see take a step this year is Gunnar Helm. We've seen what Colston Loveland done for Caleb Williams last year, and I think Gunnar Helm could do that for Cam Ward. A good tight end is key. You see a lot of great quarterbacks. They always have a good tight end that they can rely on, and I really think Gunnar Helm could step up and be that for us. Y'all have a good one.
Love
That's
it.
Right. I like that.
Love it.
I like that one
I mean,
too.
shoot, you could even say Bellinger, too. He stood out in mini camps.
Yeah, he did.
Numerous times. I was like, who is that? Oh, that's Daniel Bellinger.
It's hard for him not to stand out because he is a very
He's
big
a monster.
human.
Yes, absolutely. But I love that one, too. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Nobody has said running back yet.
No.
Crazy, huh?
No.
I think that's because we know what we have in Tony.
I know, but that doesn't mean that it wouldn't be him.
I'm not saying that, but to elevate in the modern NFL, to elevate the offense, you got to have more than just the run game.
Everybody's hating on the running.
I'm not hating on the running game.
Zeph just hating.
I love Tony Pollard, and I think that is a key to this offense. But we had Tony Pollard last year. Tony Pollard got 1,000 yards last year. They still only won 3 games.
They still sucked. You're right.
They still won 3 games. So to elevate from what they already have, I think the wide receiver position and then obviously the offensive line, those are the two that they have to elevate. And then obviously Cam is the big centerpiece holding everything together, but can't list Cam.
What, are you going to just pick every position except running back, Zeph? We'll get yours when we get back. We got to take a break. Zeph, we have to take a break. Come on.
Yeah, what are you doing,
You're supposed
Zeph?
to keep us in line.
Come on, Zephyr.
God, Zeph.
Sorry, I thought it was the summer.
He's like, oh, sorry, I was talking, and that's way more important right now. Just kidding, Zeph. Okay. We'll get Zeph's, Joey, Jim, Dr. Detroit, whoever else is on the line. We will get you when we come back as well. The Titans offensive player not named Cam, that'll be the key to an improved record. 615-737-1045.
What's happening, good people? This is the time you need medical house calls. That's right. It's weather changing like this. You're probably going in and out of the cold, out to the heat, cold, heat, cold, heat. You can look up and you be having a little sniffles and you be trying to figure out how to get rid of them. Well, you ain't got to go to urgent care or primary health care. None of that. Not when medical house calls will come to your door. This is health care designed for your life. 7 days a week, you can't miss it. All you got to do is call 615-838-2375. Or text that number, 615-838-2375, and watch the response you get. Call or text them. Either one, they're going to assess your needs the right way. Book your visit, and then medical providers will be at your door ASAP to get you back right. Now, understand, there's no need to be waiting in the germ-filled urgent care rooms, appointments that don't fit your schedule. You kind of running around that. You're uprooting your life, your kids, your schedule, work, all of that to go see the doctor to get back right. Don't do it, man. Let medical house calls come heal you. Get you feeling back right. MedicalHouseCalls.com.
It's Ramon Foster, and I'm with Aaron from United Structure Systems. Man, they came by today to check out my house. If there's anything, any issues, small or big, you're going to fill us in there.
We can take care of it no matter what kind of problems. So first off, we'll just kind of take a look through your house and see what kind of issues you got going. You know, cracks in the brick, cracks in the drywall, weird spots in the floor, doors sticking, windows not opening properly. Once we identify those areas, we're going to do a thorough inspection around the outside, make sure there's no issues going on with that. And then once we look over it, we'll talk about what's going on, and hopefully we ain't got no issues, and then we'll go from there.
Let's go. Let's go.
Mr. Foster, so we have looked at the issues that you brought up. We had the drywall in the attic up here above your bonus or your garage. You had some doors sticking.
I did.
Going in your bathroom. So we've inspected all that. We don't see any major structural concerns. So you're going to be one of our lucky good news customers today. There is some minor deflection there. That's not an uncommon thing. As any house is built, it's its biggest and its strongest the day that it's born. Right, and from that point, it just gets older, just like us. We ain't hopping up out of bed, taking off down the hallway, running downstairs anymore.
Not protecting quarterbacks anymore.
No.
Opening up late. We're done.
Your guard ain't there no more.
Okay,
so,
I got you.
So it just happens. It gets a little older and it starts to deflect. Now, there are some things we can do to kind of help adjust those doors, mainly adjusting in the door, which we don't necessarily do, and maybe doing some light shimming in the crawl space down there to address those sticking doors. But for now, no major issues there. We did talk about the grading in the back and some issues that we can take care of back there for you. But that's pretty much up in a nutshell. No big issues and you're good to go. So.
Awesome. So again, what you deal with United Structural Systems is it's upfront, it's honest, and now I can sleep peacefully at night, okay?
Welcome back in to 3HL right here on 104.5 The Zone. What's happening, good people, man? I hope y'all enjoying the conversation. I hope you're staying cool outside because that heater monster, it ain't playing. It's show out there, man. It's going to be out there all week, too, so stay low. Keep your tent up and keep some shade around you, man, and stay hydrated, good people. Yeah, we worried about you, man. If you out there got to work in this heat, man, we appreciate you, man, keeping us safe or whatever you're doing to, keep our days thoroughly enjoyable because that heat is serious, so serious. So
it's Mayor's fault. He was like, it's been a very mild summer. I'm like, he just said it last week.
He wanted to do that.
I know, you yelled at him, too.
Yeah, what's wrong with him? He lost his man is what he did. But now, leading off, we started the 4 o'clock hour off with a little offensive player not named Cam. That would be the key to the Titans improving the record. Some good calls coming in. Gunnar Helm was one. Offensive center, but also Brian Daboll threw that in there, too. See,
I like
you let
that
him
one.
do, too, Babsy.
I know, I'm getting soft in my old age. I just came off vacation. Just let it. Everybody can do whatever they want.
Just caught you lacking. That's a see.
Yeah,
I wasn't say nothing, but.
Sorry. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I gotta get my feistiness
back.
That's right. Let's hit Joey in the Plains. Hey, Joey.
What's up, Babs? Happy birthday, Slay Dog.
Appreciate it, my brother. Thank you, Joy.
So Drew sold mine. I was going to go with Gunnar Helm. So on the spot, I'm going to switch it up real quick. And I'm going to go with a running back. I'm going to go with Tajay Spears because he was supposed to be, this amazing player to come in, can run the ball, can catch it, and he has, but we've only seen flashes of it. And I need him to stay healthy this year and put in a full season to know what we really have in him. And then on the topic
it's put
of Chris
up or
Johnson,
shut up right now for Tajay.
Exactly, yeah. And then with Chris Johnson, I remember watching him when he was here, when I still had vision. And the biggest memory that came back to me was we were playing the Jets here at home, and I was in the stadium, and we were backed up deep into our zone. I think we were on like the 10 or the 5. And they handed the ball off to him, and I just thought of it. It reminded me so much, or Derrick Henry reminded me so much when the Derrick Henry rushed, except Henry went out to the left side. But CJ, he ran towards the middle. Nothing was there. He bounced it out to the right and just took off down the sidelines. And I think the next day on Sports Center, when they did a sports science, he did, I think it was either 90 or 95 yards in 10.31 seconds.
It was, yeah. It was. You know what my favorite, Joey, was, too? It was, I remember, like, watching, because everybody always talked about his speed, right? And we're like, okay, yeah, he's fast. We got it. But then when you would slow down highlights and you would see defenders think that they have him and, like, be in a spot where he should have been in, he's already past them. He's already gone. I mean, you saw it happen many times.
Yeah, when he ran, he reminded me a lot of, oh, my dad's going to kill me, the running back in Detroit back in the day.
Barry Sanders?
Barry Sanders is where he would catch them in their breakdown to get him, and they would end up in the prayer position where they go to wrap their arms around him, but instead they just clap their hands together, and he'd already be gone past them.
And he's already gone, yeah.
But y'all have a good one.
Thanks, Joey. Appreciate you.
Hey, Joey, before you hang up, Joey, let me ask you something.
He gone.
Darn it.
What were you going to ask him?
I was going to ask him, man, like, what was the feeling? Because we're talking about Chris Johnson, you know what I mean? Like, what was the feeling for him when because he wasn't born blind. You know what I'm saying? He lost his vision. So what was the feeling for him? Like, how did he want people to respond to him? What was his thoughts about that? So,
that would have been good. Call us back, Joey.
See,
call us back.
Now you've been rough out here, Babsy.
That's right.
Hanging up on people and stuff.
Let's check in with Jim in Mount Juliet. Hey, Jim.
Hello.
Hi, you're up.
How y'all doing?
We're doing great.
Good. The reason I called was about the ALS on Chris Johnson.
Yeah.
I lost my son 2 years ago with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. He's a big Titans fan. I got pictures galore with him with Keith Bullock, Chris Johnson, etc. And he's been on, he's been on your show before. But I want to reach out to Chris Johnson and his family because ALS is a form of muscular dystrophy, and there's like 40-something forms of muscular dystrophy. But I just wanted to reach out and give my thoughts and prayers to his family on what he's going through.
Oh, man, we got
thank you, Jim.
Most definitely, man. We know
so
how
sorry
that
about
is.
your loss, and we know it well. We
Terry
raise money.
Martin, his family,
and
lost
his
one of his boys not too long ago.
Cameron's got he was a big Titans fan, and unfortunately, Ron, he was an Alabama fan, and he was actually in the hospital when Vanderbilt beat Alabama, and so the doctors were giving it to him.
and they did right, because I would have been right there getting it to him too. Like, see here, this is what you get.
Exactly. But no, he's been on your show before. I'm not sure if it was yours or other shows in the past. But I wish I could forward some pictures and you could show it. But, I got a lot of pictures with Titans players, et cetera, so forth, so on. But it's, this disease that takes over your body is, something that I hope one day that they can find some cures for it. And, love Chris Johnson. Got a good picture of him on my phone with my son, so I always cherish that. And if I get a little emotional, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right,
But no, it's pretty. I hope he hangs in there. And he said on that interview that he had two choices: to give up or proceed on, and he's proceeding on. So I think he's gonna, fight the fight, and I wish the best for him.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that.
Appreciate you. Yeah,
That's for you
appreciate
too,
your honesty and all of that too. And yeah, Chris Johnson said, you have two choices: fight it or don't, basically. And he's choosing to fight and bring awareness to it, and hopefully bring more funding for ALS research, so that maybe in the future, it's something that they can treat earlier to where it doesn't get to this point.
That's right.
So appreciate that call, Jim. So if you want to jump in with CJ2K, what are your favorite games and highlights from him back in the day? Yeah. Anything like that. If you want to jump in on a conversation about the offensive player not named Cam, who will be the key to the improved record in 2026, we would love to hear you. We heard from Joey on the plains.
Yeah.
He said, well, it was going to be Gunner, but then he switched because somebody else already said Gunner. But I'm going to count that as 2 for Gunner Helm at tight
that's
end.
right. Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of talk
Write that
about
down,
Gunner
yeah.
Helm this year. So I am excited to see. Joey's actually back on the line. Joey, if you can hang around till our 5 o'clock hour, we got to take a quick break. If you can hang, we want to check back in with you, because talking about Chris Johnson and his diagnosis and how the body fails you and all of that, we want to pick your brain a little bit about it as well. So stick around, Joey. We'll get back to you right after this. 3HL, this is 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening, good people? This is the Joint Chiropractic. This is every single time that you get to thinking about doing something that you probably body don't really want you to do, and you don't stretch or something. You don't get the proper, strength in your legs or your back or your core. It's just not firing like it's supposed to. You're probably thinking like, what is Slay talking about? I'm talking about what you're going to do when you pull something, a muscle that you wasn't expected to. You need somewhere to go. That's the Joint Chiropractic. This is when they get you back right. They got 17 locations. There's no insurance needed. There's no appointments needed. You just walk right in and tell them Big Slay sent you, told you to come up there and watch what they do. You're going to get the consultation, the exam, and the adjustment for $29. You know how your car feels when you ride away from the mechanic? Yeah. You get the oil change, got your tires rotated. You feel great, right? This is what The Joint do. Go thejoint.com.
Good afternoon. It's 5:02. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs Studios. Former Titans running back Chris Johnson announced he is battling ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, in a sit-down interview with Michael Strahan on Good Morning America this morning. 40-year-old was diagnosed with the detrimental disease back in 2025. NFL news today, the Lions announced that they have released cornerback Terrion Arnold amid his arrest last week. The Memphis Grizzlies are trading two-time NBA All-Star Ja Morant to the Portland Trail Blazers for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray, ending an era in Memphis. World Cup news, Canada became the first team to advance to the knockout rounds with a 1-0 win over South Africa on Sunday. Brazil stunned Japan late today for a 2-1 win to stay alive and move on. Germany and Paraguay currently facing off. They are tied at 1 goal apiece heading into the 70th minute. And then tonight, it is Netherlands versus Morocco at 8 p.m. For our Foundation Repair Waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Bringing news at once on your home of the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Welcome in to 3HL Radio 104.5 The Zone. What's up, good people? Monday is the day, and we're rocking away. What's happening?
The birthday boy is in the building, and his name is Ron Slade.
I'm in the building, people. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, good people? Appreciate all y'all with the birthday wishes, calling in the chat, on social media. Hey,
Give
man.
them all the love.
Yeah, all my friends out there that don't listen to the show, I'm working. Just in case y'all didn't know, I'm on the air at 3 to 6. So when you call, I can't answer y'all. Just in case you didn't know.
I can feel your phone vibrate when
Like,
people
dog.
call or text,
Like,
and it has been going all show long.
Man, they trying to call me on Instagram Messenger, on video, and everything. Like, hey, y'all
Like,
know.
damn, why is this guy not responding to me?
Like,
Apparently, happy birthday.
listen, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, y'all. There will be a time. But Babsy, she's in the building.
I'm here.
That is tan to Babsy over there. What's up, Babsy?
I am tan. I sat on a beach for 3 straight days with my oldest girlfriends from Auburn and high school.
Had a good time?
And just drank high noons all day.
It sounds like a great time.
And espresso martinis at night.
I mean,
it was amazing.
I don't know what else you should be doing. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, that's living the life. And now I'm back. So, hey. and it's like the hottest day of the summer so far. And it's going to be really hot all week. So if you work outside and have to deal with it, we're thinking of you. Stay safe.
Stay hydrated, too.
With all that heat. So we are glad you're with us. A lot of news today coming down. Before we go back to Joey on the Plains, let's start with NBA. Ja, gone. No longer a Memphis Grizzly.
Yep.
Now with Portland.
Yes.
You think this is a good move? I mean, Memphis is just, they're cleaning house. They're starting over.
Yeah.
They feel like they're resetting the culture.
That's exactly what it is. The welcome has been worn out on both ends, on both parties. It was time for them both to leave the party and go elsewhere. And I think it'll be a good fresh start for Ja. Good fresh start for the Grizzlies, being able to go get the top 3 pick in a guy like Cam Boozer. Kind of where they were resetting it when they went and got Ja Morant with such a high pick. So here he is. It's time to get busy, and they're moving ahead. They got Zach Edey. This is, twice now, being able to pick high, being able to get some quality guys. Walter Clayton Jr. coming off the national championship with Florida. He's in that bunch. Got a new head coach. So he gets to kind of mold these guys the way he wants to in this system that he wants to have them in, and no pushback from a superstar like Ja. And Ja gets a fresh start as well. So both could use it, both moving on.
Win-win for everybody.
There you go.
There you go. All right. So that happened. The news this morning, Chris Johnson, former Tennessee Titan record holder, freaking dash and of smash and dash, all the things.
Yep.
Did an interview with Michael Strahan this morning on Good Morning America, announcing that he has been diagnosed with ALS and it has progressed he was diagnosed a year ago, basically, at 39 years old. It has progressed to the point where he cannot speak. They recorded his voice immediately after his diagnosis, and he speaks using his eyes through a computer.
Right.
And did his interview this morning with his wife, Brittany, in that way. So just heartbreaking news there. So if you want to talk about that, we are here for that. We brought up the question of which Titans offensive player not named Cam will be the key to an improved record in 2026. Got a lot of Gunnar Helms coming.
Yes, we did.
I said Wan'Dale Robinson. I got a few of those in the chat with me.
Mm-hmm.
You went J.C. Latham.
I went J.C. Latham.
And
That's
Calvin
right.
Ridley because you went too. It's your birthday. You can do whatever you want. Joey on the Plains originally went Gunnar Helm. And then also was talking about CJ2K. And Slay, you had a question for Joey, but he had already hung up. So Joey is back. Slay had a question for you, and we lost you early. So
you ran away from me so fast.
Yeah. You did just like CJ2K. That's right. Yes.
No, I was going to ask you, man, like with what CJ2K is dealing with as far as I know different circumstances, but gradually how it happens, what is the thought process for you? And CJ2K said my mind's still sharp. So what was it when you lost your vision? It's not being born like that. Was it a situation where you were like, man, you know what? Like you wanted people to feel sorry, for instance? Like what were the emotions that you went through? Because I was saying like with CJ2K, him dealing with it, treat him the same. He don't want you babying him or anything like that. What was your thoughts on this?
So I lost my vision 11 years ago in 2015.
Okay.
I actually was very, very angry with myself because I am a type 1 diabetic, and the doctors, they always harp on sores like on your feet, hands, stuff like that, so you don't get gangrene.
Mm-hmm.
They don't tell you anything about your eyes, getting your eyes checked. They'll tell you, get your eyes checked once a year, and that's it.
Right.
So I was very angry with myself from the things I did in my late teens and early 20s that actually I hid from the world for 5 years.
Right.
I just stayed recluse the whole time. I cut off ties with everybody. But then when I finally came out, because like CJ said, you only have two options: to give up or to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And in the beginning, because I didn't know of the resources and technology and everything out there, I almost gave up until one day I made a phone call to Vol State and asked to talk to their disability office. And I just asked them, I'm like, what can you do for somebody that's blind? And they say, well, are you using vocational rehabilitation or VR? And I said, what is that? And she goes, no. So that's how I got connected with them. But yeah, no, it was a lot of anger. Didn't want the pity.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did. I became a recluse, didn't want anything to do with the world. Sat at the house and, basically just listen to TV, not being grounded or anything until something told me one day to turn on the radio.
Yeah.
And I was just flipping through and I come across the Zone, and that actually grounded me because I figured out that I can listen to sports, my Titans on the Zone, and still have the information I need to have that ground in my passion and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I'm going in my 5th year, but then 5 years ago, I was sitting in an office of a friend of mine who teaches assistive technology, and my counselor, he had been bugging me to get back in school, and I just kept pushing on because I didn't think I was ready. And then finally, we were sitting there, and it was the end of our typing class, and we had been working on the internet, but I'm still not comfortable with it. I use it very little, but I was like, let's look up Austin P and see what kind of programs they have.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there, and she started reading them off, and she stopped, and she goes, "Oh, this is so you, Joey." I'm like, what is it? She's like, "Oh, this is you to a T." And I was like, quit playing, and what is it? Sports communication. And I was like, let's sign up for it. And so I started attending Austin P, and a lot of my professors used me as an example when I was up there. I'm going back this year. But a lot of my professors used me as an example because I was one of the hardest workers in the class, and I couldn't see a thing. It took me and a professor 2 months to set up the TV and the radio studio so it would be accessible for me to use.
Yeah.
And he tells all his other students, like, I could line up a camera shot perfectly. And he tells his other students, he's like, if a blind man could do this, what's your excuse?
Yeah.
Love that, man.
But yeah, it was just all that. I don't want people pitying me. I want them to treat me normal. They have to help guide me around. I still cook here at home. In fact, this year I bought a grill. I've been grilling this so far this year.
Oh, nice.
I cook all the. I'll FaceTime my little sister. I ask my roommate. I'll pull a piece off and kind of cut it open a little bit, make sure it's done on the inside. But yeah, I mean, I grill all the time: burgers, steaks, chicken, just whatever. But yeah, I mean, we want to be treated like normal people. We don't want pity.
Yeah. All right. I appreciate that, Joy. I needed the outlook on it, man. See what your thought was. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. And like I said, man, I got mad love for the station because I don't tell too many people this, but this station, all the way from the beginning with the Wake Up Zone with Mark, Frank, and Brandon and all not Brandon. I forgot his name now. But anyway, from the Wake Up Zone all the way through, like this station literally saved my life, and I will be forever grateful for this station.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Hey,
we love you, Joey.
Definitely love you, man. No
I love y'all too,
and you also
I love
have
y'all
great
too, and I'll talk
calls
to y'all
too.
later.
Yes,
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Joey.
Oh, good, man.
Stuff.
Yeah, I just wanted them to share a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? Just for the people that are, it's tough. Everybody deals with things differently. But once you can console yourself and get yourself together, if you happen to run across some, I'm sure it's like, man, give me the same topics, the same stories. Like, what you think about the Titans, or you know what I mean? What you thinking about this? You know what I mean?
Give me the same crap.
There you go. Exactly.
If that's what you do,
exactly.
if that's how we
be
work,
you.
do it.
Be you. You want to try to make it as normal as possible for them. Now, when you walk away, you can cry and do everything else. But for them, do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt. Let's check in with Grant in Nashville on CJ2K. Hey, Grant, how are you?
Good. You got me?
I got you.
Loud and clear.
All right, cool. I just want to give a quick story. I know we're not eulogizing CJ. He's still fighting and all that, but I wanted to give a great memory I have of him. When my grandmother, her dementia really took a turn for the worse. She couldn't drive anymore, and I would drive her back and forth to church on Sundays. And then, of course, we'd go home and watch the Titans game. And, I would drop her off at her house, and I'd go home. And we were both watching the game, and I'd always call her and say, "You watching the game? You watching the game?" And a lot of times she couldn't remember my name, but she would say, "What about that Chris Johnson? What's he going to do today?" And we'd be driving home from church, and she didn't even know who I was, but she would just have a smile on her face that we get to go and watch Chris Johnson run all over that yard. And
I love that.
It was just I'll never forget the bonding we had over that era of Tennessee Titans football, and it was really cool. She had a picture of Chris Johnson in her little bedroom, and
that is
hospice
awesome.
and all that. Anyway, it was a great thing. I just wanted to share that. Love y'all.
That's what's
Thank
up,
you
man.
for sharing, Grant. Man,
that's all right.
That is awesome.
Yeah, man. You never know with the joy
he
you
said
bring
she
to
didn't
people,
remember
man.
me, but she remembered Chris Johnson. Yeah.
We get to watch them run all over their yard. That's right.
Yeah.
You better believe it.
Oh man, that was awesome.
I wonder if he knows how many Titans fans he created.
Yeah.
Because when they drafted him, they were kind of on a downturn as a franchise.
Well, and people were like, "Oh, okay, this guy's super fast," but also he played at East Carolina.
Exactly.
And so he was a Pirate.
Yep.
Not a ton of people even knew East Carolina.
So you've got this small school guy coming in here, no one really knows about him. I mean, he just exactly what he did on the field, electrified the fan base and brought us so many people back into the Titans.
Yep.
No doubt.
So yeah, you were bringing up one of my favorite plays of Chris Johnson. There's a Texans game where he got left wide open.
Yes.
And like the play was not for him. The Texans just forgot about him, and he's waving over here like, throw to me, throw to me. I think it was
Also,
Terry Collins.
how does that happen?
Dude,
Exactly.
Like, fastest person on the field, the most electric person on the field.
You got nobody covering him, and then he just runs wide open for a touchdown.
That's
So
terrific.
Yeah.
Good job. Whoever that was.
That's so good. Okay, we got to take a break. We've got CeeLo coming up, right? Don't we, at 5:30?
Correct.
Yes, okay. But before we do that, I want to check in. Blake Krieger is on the phone. Blake, what are you calling him for?
Man, I got to call in and give my boy, my favorite basketball player of all time, a happy birthday.
Appreciate it, Craig, man.
Hey, I got to say this. This is what's so cool about Nashville is I got to grow up watching Ron play, even though we're the same age, man. I feel like you were always bigger than everybody. But the best part about you were still there. Is Ramon bigger than you, or are you bigger than Ramon? Who's taller?
I'm taller.
no,
He's
no,
bigger.
no.
I'm
Slay's
taller.
taller.
He's bigger. Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
I had to leave something for him.
Yeah, I feel it. Here's my thing. This is what's so cool about Nashville and the ex-athletes in Nashville. I deal with a lot of youth in the community in baseball, but I had an opportunity to meet a young man that spoke so highly of Ron, and the kid is a terrible basketball player. He's terrible. I ain't even going to say his name. But Ron gives that guy as much love as he does the guy that's a 5-star.
Yeah.
And that's what I've noticed about Ron over the year, man. Like, it don't matter who you are or what you're doing. Ron's going to love on you. And he's a staple of the community. He came from Pearl and was able to do what he's doing. And with Ramon and him, it's a beautiful thing, and I just think Nashville's so blessed to have him. And I just want to tell you, happy birthday, man. And this city is different because of you.
Man, appreciate that, Craig. My guy, man.
Love it. Good job, Blake. Happy birthday, Slay.
Yeah, go Vols, too.
Yeah.
Go Vols, baby. Beautiful.
My man. Yeah. No doubt.
There you go. Thank you, Blake. Have a good night. Aw, that was sweet.
Yeah.
He ain't wrong either.
Oh, thank you, baby.
He ain't wrong.
Good family out there, man. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Just try to treat everybody the right way, man. You never know who day you're going to change. Like that young lady, we're going to call her a young lady, that was going through dementia.
Yep.
Like with CJ2K, you can be anybody that's
Changed
dealt with
her
that. Like it don't even matter for that one moment. That's what she's looking forward to, and that's what's tangible, and she's holding on to. So salute, man.
Beautiful.
Anybody out there being you.
Chris Lowe coming up next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
What's happening, good people? Brentwood Jewelry is right there waiting on you to stop by. Yep, 7012 Church Street East. Located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. You need to get on over there and get you some exceptional style. Some of the deals, they're exceptional as well. Every day for over 50 years. I need to go by there and see what they got for me, man. Holler at my guy Brandon, the Momely family, always looking to take care of you. And listen, I got something for you, personally. If you missed Father's Day, you didn't get in on that, guess what? I got something else for you. The 4th of July sale. What about that? You can't miss that. That's 20% to 40% off store-wide. Everything in the store. You hear me? It even got some candy up front that's free. It's 20% off that's already free. So they might give you 20 cents. I'm just saying. I don't know. But you can't miss out on them because the savings are there. Incredible savings. You just got to get that $250 off any store item. Over $1,000. It's BrentwoodJewelry.com. Welcome back into 3HL Radio on 104.5 The Zone. We've been taking the calls today. You know what I mean? Showing a little love, throwing some flowers out there in the air to our guy, CJ2K, who revealed that he was in a battle with ALS. So we appreciate those calls coming through. Appreciate the birthday shout-outs as well, sliding through. Everybody in the chat, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Hitting us up, man, showing love. Yoro is on assignment, and we got me and Babsy holding it down. Zephyr behind the glass doing what he does. And right now, we got Low now.
Yeah.
We got Low Down. Man, Low Down found some time to get in here, man, for a birthday. What? I don't believe it.
It's Slay's birthday, Chris.
What's up, Lo? What you got for me, Lo? I ain't hear nothing drop into the Cash App, the Venmo, the offering tray. I ain't hear nothing drop. I watched y'all last night get down. You and Bob, I even had my guy Mark Griffin on there, man. Listen, I'm tuned in. But I ain't see not one time that something get dropped in there, man. That's all I'm saying, CeeLo. What's going on out here? This ain't Slim Dog wouldn't go for this.
Slim Dog was in Atlanta, man. They had the big VFL reunion in Atlanta this past weekend. He was right in the middle of that.
I will see that. Slim didn't have no time. He had no time for old Slay. He was busy.
He was right in the middle of the VFL reunion in Greater Atlanta. Now, we'll catch up later tonight on Second Avenue. Second Avenue. You, me, Babs has got a karaoke place in mind.
Yeah. Yes.
I got you covered, CeeLo.
She's a hit,
I got you covered.
What's your go-to song, Babs, on karaoke?
Well, it was Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah.
Little Vanilla Ice.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
What about Slay? I can see Slay, the little Reverend Al Green, maybe.
Hey, man, guess what? I might have ventured down that road. I should have did that one, man.
But you know what he did, CeeLo? Chris Stapleton, which is kind of a similar vibe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Little Tennessee whiskey, Lo.
And he nailed it.
Yeah, came with
He has
Tennessee
a good
whiskey.
voice.
We don't want to, Lo.
Well, I'm not surprised. Slay's a talented dude, man. Jerry Green used to call him a Renaissance man.
What would you sing, Lo?
That's the question.
I don't know. Maybe a little Bob Seger, Roll Me Away.
Okay, I like it. Well, next year, you got to come into town for our karaoke night. Deal?
I'll be there. You give me the date, and I'll be there.
If we can kidnap you in Tampa, if you're down there long enough, we might sneak one and go do one there. Yeah,
we'll find a place in Tampa. There's no question.
Definitely.
Oh, jeez.
We just got to keep Slay out of the Gentleman's Club.
Oh, no, I'm in there.
Oh, no, he already said we're
I've got-
taking a
yeah.
3HL family outing.
Yeah.
I
We're
said
going in there
it
eating
better
steaks
be
and
a
everything, Lo.
5-star restaurant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got 3 reserved booths for 3 different nights.
I remember when I used to be a journalist, Chris.
You got to drop your. Here's the only caveat there. You got to drop your cell phone in the big basket before you go in.
Oh yeah.
Nobody can have a cell phone.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what they do now?
This is all by memory. This is all by memory. We're gonna be talking about this by memory. No pictures for this one.
I wonder if coaches do that. When I was Scott Doctrine for the Athletic wrote a really cool story about Bill Snyder this past week, sort of playing off what Cignetti had done at Indiana, and that the original Cignetti was Snyder when he came to Kansas State. That program was just a mess. Well, I went out there right after Bill retired and spent part of the day with him, and I remember going to the football complex, and Chris Kleiman had just taken over, and these kids were coming into the football complex and almost like muscle memory. They're looking down to see if their shirts were tucked in, make sure they didn't have any jewelry showing. Because when Snyder was there, I mean, it was like strict as strict could be. Mm-hmm. And they had this huge basket, Slay.
Yeah.
Anytime there was a meeting, a team meeting, position meetings, they had to throw their phones in that basket.
Wow.
And they didn't get them until they were ready to leave the complex. Could you imagine that in this day and age? I saw today where Najee Harris, did you see where Najee Harris said he's seen guys come in at halftime of an NFL game and check their cell phone?
It's insane.
To see what people are saying about them on social media. That is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
This is not a surprise.
Dude, I don't even know why you would wrap your head around what somebody is saying. Like, you can go out there and defend that anyway. Like, dude, focus on the game. The dude that got 25 on you at half or something. Like, you gave up 100 yards rushing to in the first half or anything. Like, come on, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
nuts, man.
Different.
The social media world is it's going to get even more nuts.
Yeah.
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 Lots of people on social media talking about toughest SEC schedules football-wise in 2026, and you say it is who?
Texas. It's you could probably take those first 2 or 3 or 4 and throw them in a box and juggle them around, and people can make a case for all of them. I picked Texas because, number one, they've got the toughest non-conference game of anybody in the SEC. They play Ohio State in week 2.
Yeah.
Now it's in Austin. That helps. But Ohio State's a top 3 or 4 team, maybe the top team in the country. So, and the other thing probably to keep in mind, Dawn, is everybody in the league is going to have a tougher schedule this year because you play 9 games in the league for the first time.
I'm still amazed that is happening, CeeLo.
Yeah. So think about it. So for the first time ever in the SEC, you're going to have every single school play 10 Power 4 games. First time ever in the SEC because you got 9 league games, and it's the league requirements that you have to play a non-conference game against a Power 4 foe. And Texas has the hardest one. Now, Michigan's got a tough, or Oklahoma has a tough one. They have to play at Michigan. Arkansas, I think, plays. I think they play at Utah, if I'm not mistaken, which is a hard game. But Texas plays, the end of their schedule is really hard. They've got some. I think they got back-to-back games on the road in the SEC, and we did a sort of a preseason poll at On 3 of sort of the way to early top 25, and I think Texas plays 6 or 7 of those schools. And Oklahoma's right there. I think Oklahoma, Texas was a hard one for me to separate. But both those schools have really hard non-conference games, and then you couple that with tough league schedules. The funny thing is, I thought Texas, their first 2 years in the league, guys, sort of got a little bit of a pass. Not a pass, but they got a little bit of a break. Their schedule wasn't nearly as hard.
They didn't get like the tough SEC schools either.
No, you look at Oklahoma's schedule the first 2 years and compare that to Texas. Texas got off, but I think they're making up for it this year because their schedule's really hard. And, you think about that second week. Now, it's a home game. I get that. But, anytime you play Ohio State, you're going to have to play a good football game. You lose in week 2 at home to Ohio State, and you've yet to play your first SEC game. You talk about the pressure mounting on Sarkisian and that program. Yeah. That's going to be tough because, you talk about programs that simply can't not go to the playoff for 2 straight years. Texas is one of those. And if they miss the playoff for a second year in a row, it won't be a pretty sight on 40 acres.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like Sark is talking some smack. Do you know what I mean? I feel like
he thinks he's got a good team.
Yeah. You can tell.
When I was with him this spring, he told me, he said, Chris, this is as strong as – he said, this is as much depth, quality depth across the board on both sides of the ball that I've had since I've been here. And, I watched them. They are good. They're deep. And, they spend a ton of money in the portal. You bring in Cam Coleman. I know you hate to hear that, Dawn.
I hate it every time. I'm like, oh.
And that's going to make Wingo on the other side that much better at receiver. They brought in the Pitt linebacker who maybe was the best linebacker in the portal, Rasheem Biles. Both those running backs, Hollywood Smothers, really impressed. So they loaded up in the portal. And then you throw in, Arch. I mean, we'll see. Proof's in the pudding. Some people think he will be the number 1 pick in the draft in 27. He's got one of the best left tackles in football, Trevor Gooseby. And they probably got the best pass rusher in Colin Simmons. So to me, if they don't make the playoff, they got nobody to blame but themselves. They are a loaded football team with a lot of depth and a hard schedule.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, Chris. How do you think the playoff committee will treat or look at the SEC now that they went to that 9 conference game? Like how much of a difference do you think it will make? Will there be a little more leeway for SEC teams now because of it?
You sound like every SEC coach I talked to this spring. They all ask me that question.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
That is like an SEC homework kind of question.
They want to know, hey, are we finally going to get the benefit of the doubt?
Right.
Not only do we think our league's the hardest, but now we play one extra game in the league.
Yep.
Are we going to see it? Because remember, we have yet to see, we only got a body of work of 2 seasons, but a 3-loss team in the regular season has never made it not just in the SEC, from any conference, as an at-large team. Now, Clemson got in 2 years ago as a 3-loss team, but they won the ACC title. They beat SMU on that last-second field goal. But we've never seen that. So is this the first year that a 3-loss team – now, Bama had 3 last year, but one of those losses was in the SEC championship game to Georgia. But is this the year that we see a 3-loss team in the SEC? Let's use Texas again, hypothetically. They got a hard schedule, so they win a lot of tough games, but they end up losing 3 games. Do they get in because of the schedule? Oklahoma would be another. Remember, Oklahoma last year had 2 losses going into the month of November, and they swept November. They beat 3 ranked teams in November to get in the playoff. I mean, that's a lot of heavy lifting. So this, if you're going to see a 3-loss team get in the regular season, this may be the year we see it. And if we don't, let's say there's 2 or 3 SEC teams out there that played hard schedules, like a Texas, like an Oklahoma, that don't get in. You talk about gnashing of teeth.
Yeah.
They're already mad because the coaches and ADs felt like, whether it's fair or not fair, that the agreement to go to 9 league games, part of that would be that the playoff would expand. Well, guess what? It didn't.
That's tough. Now, okay, you have that situation. Let's shift a little bit, go up on Rocky Top real quick, CeeLo. The Chaz Coleman saga has come to an end, so time to move on. And what's the focus on the heel, or was that just the outside noise because it was such a big story?
Yeah, I think really it's inside that building, Ron. I don't think anybody on that team or on the staff really had felt like he was part of the team for the last couple months because he hadn't been around. He didn't go through spring. It wasn't off-season workouts. So, it really wasn't. I don't think it's been a distraction because he's not been around the team.
Right.
He hasn't participated. It wasn't like he was out there one day, 2 days later he was, and then it wasn't quite what the Boo Carter situation was.
Right.
Where he missed a bunch and he came back. They let him come back. I think early on, Derek Owings, the strength coach, sort of identified, hey, this kid, he doesn't have both feet in the boat. Now, there were other issues outside of football that he was dealing with, and I hope he's able to sort of figure all that out. But early on, the strength coach is around those guys more than anybody in the offseason. And when he hadn't bought in, he wasn't around, I think he was pretty clear, the communication he had with the guys on the staff and Josh Heupel. Hey, you brought me in. You pay. They're paying him more than any other strength coach in the country. We want to be the toughest, most physical, most sound football team, mentally, physically, emotionally. This is something we can't go back down this road.
Yeah.
And I think that's sort of where we are. And they had to dot their I's and cross their T's, and that's why you saw the whole medically disqualified. And still on scholarship, so he can still go to school if he wants to. I don't know. We'll see if he shows back up in August when the semester starts, but he will not be part of the football team.
That'll be interesting if he did. Hey, CeeLo, now.
So does that, just real quick, does that mean he cannot go play somewhere else?
No, because there's no transfer portal.
Oh, that's right.
There's no spring transfer.
There's only one now. That's right. Okay.
So it would have to be, next year. Tennessee. I know there's been a lot out there about what Tennessee did or didn't pay him. His deal was about $2 million. He was Tennessee's big ticket item in the portal this year, and he was a guy that had a lot of interest from other schools, and his deal was around $2 million. Now Tennessee's not going to have to pay him that. They redid his deal.
Okay.
When there were the issues in the spring. I think Tennessee's going to end up, and I've seen all sorts of figures, but talking to people that I trust, they're close to that situation, I think it's going to be around $200 to $250 what they're going to end up having to pay him, which is not, now to Slay, that's chump change. But
let's be honest, nowadays it's chump change for NIL.
That's still a lot of money to pay somebody who never, basically did anything. But it's not $2 million. You're not out $2 million having to pay the guy.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now, Lo, let me ask you this, man. Talking about those tough schedules real quick. The quarterbacks in the SEC, I can't wait to get to SEC Media Day because I want to, from your perspective, who's carrying the bigger load on their shoulders? Would it be Arch? Would it be Chambliss? Would it be Mateer, because you just talked about Oklahoma and him going out with that injury was kind of crucial to everything they needed to get done.
Yeah, and he wasn't the same
It
when
wasn't
he
the
came
same.
back. Yeah.
So who's carrying the bigger responsibility or the most scrutiny will come to which quarterback if they didn't do good?
Yeah, I think Arch would be right there at the top, because he struggled early last year and played really well the last part of the season. And his team rallied around him. No, he's the last name is always going to be, something you got to shoulder. I think he's past that. This is his fourth year on campus. He's got a good team around him, though, Slay. That's the thing. He's not going to have to be a guy that goes out and has to throw for 350 yards, 3 or 4 touchdowns every game. He's got good receivers. His offensive line's really good. But I still think everyone's going to be watching him.
Yeah.
And from the get-go, and that he gets off early. That first game against Ohio State will be critical. I tell you what, when you look through the league, though, Sam Levitt is the one. They paid $6 million to get him. LSU did.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's got that foot injury he's coming off of.
I'm not even sold on him yet.
Yeah, and we're going to see, because I think when he's healthy, he's really good, and he fits really well in the Lane system, his ability to move around and make plays. But, man, when you got a foot injury, he didn't do anything in the spring. He missed the last half of last season. So that's why I'm like, okay, let's wait and see where he is health-wise. Not that I don't think he can play, because I know he can play. But let's see where he is health-wise, because they spent a ton of money on him, to come in. And there's a third one. Do we see the 2024 version this year of Lenore Sellers? Because when the season ended in 24, and you talk to coaches around the country, there are not a lot of guys that coaches would have taken over him the way he finished that season.
Yeah.
He didn't play as well. He wasn't as effective running the ball. They weren't very good around him last year. So we'll see if he can sort of put it back together, because, man, he's 6'3", 240, and I promise you, and you go back to that Clemson game, when he cuts it up the field and you're safety, a lot of those guys make business decisions. Which means they're not going to put their head down. You're going to sort of maybe sidestep and ole a little bit. Because when he gets it going, he is a tough dude to get on the ground.
Is their O-line going to be better?
It better be. They brought in a couple guys, but one of them, remember, they brought in who was another big ticket get in the portal to carry his peak. He got hurt playing basketball in the offseason. So I don't know where he's going to be when the season starts. I don't know that he'll be ready to go right when the season starts, or at least be all the way healthy. Here's the thing. I'm glad you asked about the quarterbacks. If you look at, I think this is right. We're doing a thing at On 3 next week. We're ranking the top 10 quarterbacks.
I was going to ask you to give me the top 3 too, so I'm good. I've been doing my
research.
Cool.
I've been doing my research. I think 8 of the top 10 are at least in their 4th or 5th year on campus. So you're going to have a lot of experienced dudes. Yeah. And to me, he's the most underrated quarterback in the league. I don't think it's even close as Gunnar Stockton.
All them freshmen sitting behind him. I was going to ask you, does Kirby get antsy if they don't come out and he don't? Because I thought he ended the season all right. It's just freshman back there.
He lost all of his pass catchers, so they got to figure out they're going to be good at tight end. But I think he returns 4 of his 5 offensive line starters. I'm not saying he's a first or second or third round pick. This is not a ranking of the top NFL.
No doubt.
But I think as a college player, he is very undervalued. I think you go back and look at him the last, he had to step in. Beck got hurt 2 years ago in a tough situation. He made a lot of big plays for them in clutch situations. But, you talk about Arch, Gunnar, Marcel Reed from right there in Nashville, Sam Levitt, Lenore Sellers. All these guys are at least in their 4th year on a campus somewhere. So there's a ton of guys at that position, which you're going to see more and more of in college football. You won't experience guys, the Fernando Mendoza's of the world, Hoover moves to Indiana, from TCU. So coaches are looking for players at that position who got a lot of snaps, a lot of career starts, and you see that throughout. Even at Dawn's alma mater, Byron Brown played for 3 years under Alex Golis at South Florida and lit people up. He's the only player in the country last year to pass for 3,000 yards and rush for 1,000 yards. Now, what's the disclaimer? Well, can he do that against SEC defense? We're going to find that out. But I can tell you this, in spending time with Alex and Byron when I was there on the plains this spring, there's a lot of confidence that what he is, the kind of leader he is. He's another one that I look forward to seeing against SEC defense, because he's another dude, man. You stand up beside him and talk to him, he looks like a defensive end.
I'm looking forward to it. All right, CeeLo, looking forward to the top quarterbacks piece as well. Appreciate you as always.
All right, see you Slay tonight about 11 o'clock.
All right, sounds good.
At our place there off 2nd Avenue.
Yeah, our spot. All right, Lo.
All right.
See
you guys.
There he is, Chris Lowe at CeeLo on Twitter. You can check him out for all of his information on 3. We'll wrap up the show. Give Slay a big old happy birthday shout out right after this.
What's happening, good people? You're looking for a vehicle to get in and feel at home, but know that you have the security of service? Well, you need to go to Mid-10 Ford. This is exactly what they do. Make it easy on you. They have more than 50-plus years of experience right there serving you. Over at 1319 Foster Avenue, you probably ridden by 100 times and was like, man, they got a lot of big old trucks over there. It look like they service them, but they sell retail as well, people. It is retail on the lot. All you got to do is call 615-949-2737 and visit mid10fordtrucks.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram to find out exactly what they're doing. Better yet, stop by. Watch what happens when you walk through the door. You're welcome. The relationships are built. It's generation after generation of honest people right there giving you exactly what you need. And Mid-10, they got you covered at a one-stop shop with service, financing, even a body shop. They even offer mobile pickup and delivery for service and oil changes. Nobody else does. Mid-10 Ford does.
United Structural Systems, USSTN.com, introducing 24 months, no interest financing options. Good now through the end of June, which is coming up. So go ahead and check them out, USSTN.com. We've had a ton of rain. We will continue to have a ton of rain. We can look at USSTN.com and identify what they can do. They can reroute your water away from basements, crawl spaces, your home with their interior drain systems and sump pumps with battery backups. When the ground swells from being oversaturated with all this water, it creates additional pressure on your foundation, many times leading to cracks. So not only is waterproofing important right now, but so is the inspection of your foundation for any additional damage that the water may have caused. This pressure is known as hydrostatic pressure. If you've seen horizontal cracks in your basement walls, maybe some bowing inward, this is typically due to unwanted pressure caused by the swelling soils on the other side. USS has several solutions for this, and they can identify all of these things and check your foundation. Foundation repair, nothing to wait on, and now you don't have to. They're offering 24 months with no interest until the end of June, so fix it now and pay later. USSTN.com.
All right, good people. You're on 3HL right now. In 104.5 The Zone. We appreciate you hanging with us.
Wrapping it up.
Wrapping it all the way up, Babsy.
Happy birthday, Slay.
Thank you so much, Babsy. Appreciate everybody out there for the love, man. It has been a good one. Greatly appreciate it. Woke up to the messages, ending the show with the messages. Appreciate y'all, Babsy. Appreciate you too, Zephyr. Great team. Can't wait to get to Tampa. We're gonna celebrate in Tampa.
Oh, there we go.
You feel me?
That's what I like.
That's the kind of celebrating I like to do, baby.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Yeah,
we can
I mean?
celebrate there.
Yeah.
Dude, we have a pool and a hot tub in our Airbnb.
What else do we need?
What kind of social media content is Zeph going to put out?
That's going to be the question.
I'm pretty sure there's also some like arcade style games in there.
Yes,
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh, we're about to have competitions.
Yes, it's going to be good.
Oh, we're going to be.
Promise you that. Salute and prayers to our guy CJ2K, man, fighting, battling ALS. He revealed that today on Good Morning America. If you didn't get to hear it, Zeph played it on the stream. He was interviewed by Michael Strahan, one-on-one convo. So y'all send some love his way, man. He needed it. So that right there will wrap us up. The music is playing, Babsy. Take us home. We will see exactly how.
Hey, can I take a call real quick?
You absolutely can.
Okay,
bro.
on the way out, Jake in Knoxville. Knox? In Knox County? Where are you
Knoxville.
at?
Yeah, Knoxville.
You in Knoxville, Jake?
Happy birthday to you! We love you, Big Slay!
Appreciate it, Reese and Lo. Thank you, man.
Hey, Big Slay, it's your birthday today. We're going to be at Knoxville on my birthday, September 5th. We're going to tailgate with you for Furman. We bought our tickets. But Big Slay, let's take it on out. No other way to end your birthday show. Good old Rocky Top. Rocky Top tennis. And we love you, Big Slay.
Appreciate
Happy
it.
birthday.
My guy.
There you go.
I appreciate that, Reese and Laura.
And that is how you end the show right there.
That's
Reese
it.
and Laura and a little Rocky Top for Ronald Sylvester Slay's
I'll take it.
birthday.
I'll
Happy
take it.
birthday. Go celebrate. We love you, Slay. And we appreciate all of you for hanging with us, listening. And we do not take that lightly, nor do we take it for granted. Thank you. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be unless you were getting a shout out. Shout out to our guy Jayhawk, man. We just had a baby earlier today. Peace.
Whoop, whoop.